Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some Manchester United transfer news talk with my brother Flawless in the building. We're here live and direct Sunday evening. A little bit late, a bit earlier than usual, but you know what? Like, we're not getting no transfer news, so we might as well go live right now. You feel me? We might be getting BOMBA. Who knows, man?
We never know. We might. I'll be
We might
honest.
get a BOMBA while we're live. You get me?
Maybe. Big upside every time. Once.
Big up to Flawless every time. You get me? We got the chat. Hope you lot are doing well. Hope you lot are blessed. Not a great day in Manchester. Not even cold, to be fair. Not even warm. It's in the middle. A little bit windy here and there. But yeah, man. I hope all is well. Obviously, we had a few bombers yesterday. It was Vili Jr., Diomande. We had, we got Bacola today. 170 million euros. I don't know how much that in pounds, but it's all madness, people, man. I can't believe it, man. Like, the football world is going mad right now. And Manchester United, it's a bit quiet. I'll be real with you. It is a little bit quiet, man. Now, how do we define quiet? You feel me? Does quiet mean bad? Does quiet mean Man United are not moving? Does quiet mean that they're working behind the scenes that we don't know about? How do we define quiet? Are you worried? Are you concerned? Are you starting to get itchy feet? I want to know how people are feeling right now. Because obviously, we've got two signings through the door. That was obviously Tielemans and what's his called again? The other one, Santos. You know what I mean? Someone argue that's a decent start to window, but obviously, we all want more. That's the key thing right now. We all want more. Flawless, are you surprised by the lack of kind of maybe something happening right now? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it in between? Like, could be good, could be bad. Shout out to Aki Beckham in the chat as well. You feel me, man?
Big up, Lucy. What you saying, man? You saying, Lucy? You good? Long time, man. What's good?
Yeah, man. What, can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Come
on.
The mic is live and kicking now, yeah?
Yo, people, don't get onto us now, man. The mic is on. The mic is on, people.
The mic is on, man. They have to let me breathe. I'm in the building.
Come on. But yeah, Flawless, what are you saying? How you feeling?
Yeah, in regards to it, like you said, you mentioned there at the start, like as you was doing the intro about quiet and is it good? Yeah, I'm cool. I have no issue with quiet, just as long as you getting the business done. That's what it is. You don't have to be loud about doing the business. Of course, fans, we want not even minute by minute updates. We want second by second updates, 110%. So that's how I look at it. But the two deals we did with Tielemans and Santos was out of the blue. There was no conversation. There was no talk. There was no reports. Yourself, myself, other content creators weren't doing live streams on multiple occasions talking about it. So yeah, quiet is good. In the ideal world, we all want United to have our business sewn up right now. We wish we had all 5-6 of our signings lined up already, but it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. The footballing world don't work like that. Nobody else, no other club, even if you think Chelsea have done the best business so far, they're still looking to buy. Same way Arsenal are, Liverpool need a lot, etc., etc. Again, it's not ideal, but I understand what we're dealing with. The club don't work at that rate, but as long as you get the business done, I don't care about how you go about it. To me, it's about the result. What are you going to get the business? And I think they will get the business done. I think they will. I think they'll do well. Assign at least 3 more players. I think it'll be I think at least 3 more.
I hope so. That's the key thing. I think for me we need 4, but again, I feel like I'm just almost.
But again, in an ideal world, I would want like 6. But I know what we're dealing with. So if we go,
but is that good though? Is that good though? The fact that you're having to now say we only need 4, when reality you think we need 6.
Because it's not an ideal world. Because if it's an ideal world, a lot of them players still wouldn't be there. If it was in an ideal world, Amorim wouldn't have lasted 6 months. I understand. I don't deal with Manchester United and look at Manchester United as I want us to be. I deal with us how we are. There's no way really and truly we should be starting with Dalot as our starting right back. No way should he be our starting right back this coming season. But guess what? He's going to be. That's just the situation. So where else can we improve? I try and look at it and go, all right, where are we looking to improve? Midfield, that's clear as day. Left back, they're talking about. Left winger, they're adamant about as well, signing one. So if we go and get these things and improve the team, I go, okay. And then you have players who are quality. You have a certain level of quality and you have a manager who can put these players in the system and get the best out of them. Do I think we need a centre back? Yeah. Are we going to sign one? Maybe, maybe not. It's not an ideal world we live in, unfortunately, Saeed. I would love it.
Yeah. I mean, Musa, what do you think in terms of our budget? Yeah. What do you think we anticipated and what we have right now? Do you feel like there's enough money there for 4 players? Let's average it being 50 million each. Or it could be a bit less if you want to. You think there's money there?
I don't know. If we go on the last 5 summer transfers, on average, how much money has Man United spent? That will tell us what we have, because we're not just going to drop out the sky and plummet in terms of what we spend. In the last 5 years, on average, I think we're always spending around the 250 mark.
Yeah, I think it's about
even when we think like, raw, there's no signings coming in. A few get done last week or last 2 weeks. So on average, you're on the 250 mark. So again, I don't see this season being any different. But when I look at the game that we're in today, and I dropped a video earlier on my channel and I said it's the $1 billion game. This is a $1 billion game that we're in now. It's a $1 billion industry. We're about to hit the 200 million pound player mark very soon, rapidly.
Very soon.
I feel like as a fan base, I don't think we've caught up with the amount of money that's in the game. So that's led us to pocket watch our club in terms of what they're spending. But I believe today the 100 million pound player is what used to be 70 million. I believe that's just where we're at now. That's the inflation. What you would have got for 70 million last summer in Cunha and BOMBA. Can you imagine Mbeumo having the season he had for Brentford this year gone?
I was going to say, he'd be 85 million. 85 million.
No way. They would want 100 mil based on what's going on. That's the new mark.
You know what? Yeah.
And Mbeumo's 100 million. You don't score those type of goals off the wing, and a lot of them weren't even pens. And you're not asking for 100
and the
million.
United fan base want him gone now. Apart of the United fan base don't like Bakota like a Mbeumo anymore. So it's crazy how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just jumping the gun there. But I feel like it's a new industry. So when I look at the transfer market and I ask myself the question, has Man United made their mark on this window? Have we signed a player that says, raw, Man United's like we've arrived? I don't think we've done that. And that doesn't mean that we haven't signed good players. I just believe sometimes, like in this industry that we're in, sometimes you put your money on a card, and you call other people's bluffs. Like, you put your money out and you say, you know what, I'm going to put 110 million on this player, and you call everyone's bluff in terms of thinking, is he going to deliver? You believe him to be the superstar that it is, and sometimes it works for you. Like a Declan Rice, Arsenal called everyone's bluff. They paid 100 million plus. People weren't too sure if that was really worth it. He goes and wins the league in his second season. Nobody's talking anymore. They called everyone's bluff. Now people sit back and say, you know what, Declan, I see what he gives the team. I see what he's done for the midfield, the mentality, etc. And I feel like Chelsea's done it with getting in my man for the 110.
Morgan Rogers.
Yeah, Rogers. I think Spurs have done it with Tonali. They're calling everyone's bluff because everyone's saying he's not worth it. But if Spurs finish top 4 next season comfortably and they win in style, that talk's going to go out. No one ain't going to mention the 100 million for Tonali no more. Everyone's going to start talking about how clever they were to go in early and get these players and how ahead of the curve they were. And if someone like us was to fall away, people will start to use that against United in terms of we should have went in for him. And I don't think both can be untrue or both can be right at the same time. Like, I don't think we need to get Tonali to be finishing top 4. I think if Man United don't finish top 4 with the squad that we have, that's on us. And then I get the argument that if he does go on to have a big season, why weren't we looking at that type of player if we're trying to push on and where we are? The thing that I'm stuck with, Flawless, is this.
Go on.
It's the fan base. At 1 minute,
you know what the fan base is like, though, Musa. Sorry to cut you off.
You
know what our fan base is like, man.
That's what's confusing me, though.
Go on.
At one point, I feel like even when we're talking with the man, then I'm hearing without people being like obvious or blatant. They feel like there's an opportunity to be involved in a title race. I hear it. No one's saying it, but I hear it. Oh, we got this.
Let me ask you, do you believe that?
I don't believe that based on what's going on. But I would hear, man. So when I hear it in man's voice, it's like when I always use analogies. It's like I use analogies. When your brethren tells you that the weekend you're outside, but he hasn't told you 100%. The way he's gone on all week, you've gone and cut all your gums and you're ready. And then he starts saying, brother, I didn't tell you I was going anywhere. What are you talking about? Like, you led up the whole week, and now you're telling me you didn't tell me outright that we were going. But brother, you led to me to believe that that's what was happening. So then when you put it on the fan base and you say, hold on, the players that Man United have got, we'll be lucky and happy to just finish top 4 2 years in a row because we haven't done that since Oli. They're like, yeah, well, but I think we can. So I'm just like, which one is it? Are we going to be title contenders because there's an opportunity with Pep leaving to compete for the title? Or are we just happy getting top 4 again? I think if Man United are happy getting top 4 again, the signings that we've bought and the direction that we're going in, we should be able to do that comfortably, try to have a good cup run and forget about winning the league. But if you want to win the league, then I don't think they've made the signings or they've approached the window as a club, to me, that has looked at Pep leaving and the fact that sometimes a lot of teams that go on to win the league normally have a bad season. When you look at your Liverpool's twice, first under Klopp, second under Slot, every time they've gone on to win the league, they've struggled. This is Arsenal's first time in how many years? They feel like they've gotten that thing off their shoulder now. They might just put their feet up. And what history tells me is that when this happens, Chelsea normally stand up. Because when you look at the way Chelsea have won their leagues in the last 10, 15 years, sometimes they've come out of nowhere when they've had bad seasons. And you think, how's Chelsea ended up with this league? But it happens because other teams take their eye off the ball and things fall favorably for them. Like now, they're going to have 1 game a week. You know, they're still investing in their squad. They've got players that's been playing at Chelsea now for at least 3 or 4 years in Cole Palmer and some of these players that's come through. So if you kind of build something strong there and the manager is able to get on like this momentum, they don't really have no European football. Where we're fighting week in, week out in the Champions League and trying to swap players around, they could be having a run for the season. So again, I was telling Saeed the other day, like this is the type of year that normally these men step up. And then we start thinking to ourselves, you know what? Only if we would have went harder in the summer. Only if we would have, and that's what I'm worried about. I'm happy with the signings, but at the same time, their signings are not telling me that Man United want to compete. I don't know how you look at the signings that's coming so far.
Because I don't think, even with the correct signings, I don't think we're ready to. I've been saying this. I don't think Manchester United are a genuine title contending side. People always have difference in regards to, because what I ask everyone when I start having the title talk conversation and title challenge conversation is, what is the title challenge to you? Because everyone's definition is different. To me, if you're not there within 3, 4, 5 points off the top with 10 games to go, that's what I consider a title charge. But some people will tell you about a title charge in January. Some people will tell you February. Right. Some people will tell you Christmas. I look at it 10 games to go. That's how I'm looking at it. Where are you? Are you in the running? Don't tell me United are 4 points off the top of the table come the start of 2027. January, February. Oh, we're in the top. You can easily fall away in January and February. So to me, I think, I've been saying this, I think we are a season away. And even if we go and do what we're supposed to do in the window, I just don't think the squad is there. I really, really don't. I think we are 2 good summer transfer windows away. So this one and the next one to go, yes, Manchester United can genuinely go and contend for a league title. That's where I'm at. So to me, it's about
apologies.
All good, fam. It's all about, to me, improving the team first and foremost, which we've done so far. And secondly, we aren't finished yet. That's what it is. There is still more signings to come in. That's where I'm at with it. Like, who do we sign will determine where we're at. But one thing I'm 110% sure of is we will have a better team than we did last season. So therefore, I'm expecting better results. Therefore, I'm expecting more goals scored, less goals conceded. Domestic cups are there. I've said knockout stages of Champions League and just build upon. So then we look at the start of the 27-28 season and go, all right, this is the season we do something serious. Because we've been so bad. You mentioned it. We haven't finished back-to-back top 4s for however long. To me, that shouldn't even be a goal. That should be mandatory. Manchester United spend enough money to automatically, in my opinion, if we spend it correctly, be in top 4 all the time. That should even be a conversation. That shouldn't be anything that I never glorify that or use that as an aim. So to me, no lower than 3rd, again, depending on what other teams do as well. But I'm looking at it, the window's not over. So with the window not being over, what do we do? Like that's where I'm at. What is going? Like what business do we do? Who do we go and sign? And we don't even necessarily need marquee signings, in my opinion. Do we get players to fit however we're trying to play? You mentioned it, and I agree with you, Musa.
Yeah.
Santos and Tillemans are good signings. Add to that. We don't need to go and get a Chouameni in midfield. Go get a midfielder that helps. Whether that is a Kone, whether that is a Sandenberg, whatever name you want to pick, go get a left back. If you're going to go get a left winger, go get a left winger. And I look at the team and I go, all right, Carrick has no reasons to, it's not a lack of skill or lack of quality in the side that Carrick fails. Just make sure you back him. So that's how. No, Barcola to Liverpool does not move them ahead.
No. I think for me, they want one player, to be fair.
They need that. They need a hell of a lot. Didn't Joe Gomez and the other centre back?
Hamstring.
Yeah, Gomez and the other centre back. I can't remember his name. The other centre was it not Jackie?
I don't even think it's a forward thing for Liverpool. I don't think they need to worry about forwards. They got forwards that only came in last year. They just got used to the game. I watched a bit of their game yesterday, and I saw Chiesa doing bits, and I said, let me see how old this guy is, because Chiesa's been around for a while. He's 28. I said,
but you know what? It's like injury killed him. Injury killed him.
Chiesa was like the way he played the game was similar to what's my man's name at PSG on the left there.
Cover. Yeah, that's what he used to be. He was the cover before the cover.
He was the cover before the cover. So I said, if he has a renaissance and all of a sudden and he's fit and Iriola's playing a dynamic type of game that allows him to play, they've actually got enough forwards who've been there, done that, who can step up. So
I still think, you know what it is? It's the Salah thing, isn't it? The Salah replacement is the biggest one for them.
I don't think so, Saeed, because I think Salah was also the way they played towards his strengths for so long. It was very difficult to go away from that in 1 year. The season before that, my man Slot basically didn't change the team, kept it how Klopp had it. They won the league. He tried to go away from it. I don't think you can transition in just 1 year away from your one player. But I feel like now, they're, new manager, new directions, how they want to play it. I just don't like. I feel like this season might be the lowest points tally to win the league.
It will be. It won't be like a Pep or Klopp thing, nah. Because how much did Arsenal win it by the way? At 80. We should check the table.
Well, yeah, I feel like 85 might get you the league this season.
But it might be less than that. It might be 83, 84, maybe.
And that's where I feel like if you then finish with 75 points, 85. So I feel like that's low. And I feel like if, like you're saying, it's like it goes down to like an 82 on 81 or 83, and you finish the league on 77 points, you start to look back at where you drop silly points.
Yes.
You could have won it. And this is where I'm talking about the difference between getting in players who have the ability to be more consistent more often than not. And some of those players sometimes cost you a bit more money, or players that's been there, done that in terms of being in title runs. I just feel like the thing about what United have done, and no one really knows what United is doing. I just feel like that when I look at teams who have normally been in United positions and they're trying to have those strong summers, like you said, they look at the defender they need, they look at the left back, they look at the midfielders, and they just go bang, 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 bang. They get the players in, and they say, "Look, you lot do your thing. This is our squad for the war. We're back now." I feel like the fact that they're still involved in players that are on the market with everyone else doesn't put me at ease, because normally you isolate the players that you want. And like you were saying there, Florence, they don't have to be the big names. They don't have to be Chouameni. Like if you've isolated Sanderberg, get him in early. Bang, bang, bang. Like I'm not asking you to go and get the biggest names in the world, because that might take you longer. But if you're telling me you wanted Tielemans, Santos, Sanderberg, is it Rojo and the left back? What's his name? I think he's at Sporting, is it? Or is it
Araujo. But I don't know where are the links, by the way. I've not seen.
That's what I'm saying. But if these are the type of players that you want and they're not big names, you can just come in and go bang, bang, bang on all of those players, because none of them are big name players that you need to bounce around with.
But I think they're assessing it, because like I looked at it like the Kone situation, when I say assessing it, not like with Kone in regards to who they can get, because to me, outside looking in, Kone looks like a straightforward deal to get in. Yeah, he's not big money, him, and that's not big wages, or maybe it's not that they want him. Maybe they think they can get better.
That's the thing, though. That unsurety, because what is better? Because if Sanderberg ticks all the profiles, the data, the eye test. Why are you still looking for Tchouaméni? Get us, like, forget the fan base. Go and get Sander Berge. We don't know anything. We're just we believe certain things.
There was this here, man, from Fabrizio, obviously. He did a video, because obviously there was rumours of Danilo being offered to Man United, but he says here, at this moment, the deal is not advancing because the club have different priorities in midfield. So obviously, they're prioritising Kone and or maybe a Baleba of that ilk first before they go to maybe a Danilo, maybe someone over there. I don't know whether...
What position does he play, Saeed? Sorry,
he's like an 8 for me. I think he's an 8.
Oh, he's a midfielder. Okay, I don't know anything about him.
He's a box to box. I don't think he's a sitting midfielder. The chat, if you lot can give your opinion, I think he's a box to box. He's not someone that wants to sit. You feel me? Like, he's someone that can get forward, play through the lines, but he can be a double pivot player. But he could be the next kind of, like, you know when they say, Fred Regen, you feel me? He could be that kind of player, up and down, box to box, full of energy. But then also can play.
He's got a bit about him.
He has got a bit about him, but again, he's someone that's been offered to Man United. You feel me? But at this minute, Man United are saying, "Yo, chill. We can't just take him. We got to think about our bigger signings." You feel me? And that is the Manu Kone. Problem with Manu Kone is, though, I believe there is a price gap in what Man United believe he is.
I don't think they want him signed. I believe with Flawless. I believe they think they can get better. The money's not too much.
No.
And the thing is with that, I'm not even mad about that. If they think they can get better, like, I think Manu Kone would fit. But if they believe there's someone who's better than Manu Kone,
who's better though right now?
Hear what I just said. I'm cool with Manu Kone right now. I don't look at the market and go, there's someone who's clearly above him. If it was up to me and I'm pushing the green button, I'm saying go get him today. Go get him today.
I agree.
I'm
talking about from the club's perspective. Go on,
I think Man United will prefer Alex Scott and Baleba over a Kone at the right price. I think they would. I think they prefer the Prem proven, and because they both know that both clubs could start moving different as the window closes in. Because my man Scott doesn't want to sign. He's told Wolves he wants out. Baleba told them he wanted out last year. It's just price difference. I believe if they believe that there's a chance, an opportunity that they could get those deals done, they're not going to rush it. And the reason I think that is because I think they learned from the Ederson deal. I think that one there woke them up. When they went in so early for Ederson, and then Santos and Tillman and their man came around and they said, hold on. Listen, have we signed the paperwork? Yeah, remember they done that to David.
Yeah, I know.
When they made David the Gea sign the paperwork and they still.
Yeah, the fax machine. The fax machine. Yeah, the fax machine. Yeah.
I think
Musa, check your WhatsApp, Musa. Check your WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'll check.
Yeah. So you know what it is though for me though. I think United are looking at one more midfielder now. For me, if you're telling me right now, the better midfielder than Kone, and you would argue the better midfielder in the World Cup actually didn't get outperformed by Manu Kone. I thought Manu Kone had a better midfield. So it was better than Tchouaméni at the World Cup.
But now I don't think it's Tchouaméni. I'm with Musa. I think they would prefer, again, this is just be guesswork outside looking in. They would prefer Baleba over Kone. But the problem with Baleba is the price point. So they're looking at it going, all right, could we, because they don't, again, just guessing, they don't want to pay, let's say 50 million for Kone or 60 million for Kone, and then Baleba becomes available for 70. Then they go, oh crap,
that's true.
That on him. Like, I would sign Kone today. This is not me. I'm talking about what I think from the club's perspective, because I think he fits what we've got going on. Hence why I think we're not stalling, but assessing everything, because I don't think that deal or a Sandenberg deal is difficult to do. I could be way off, again, outside looking in. Whereas Baleba and Scott, much tougher deals to do because of the prices. So that, but yeah, go on, Fab. Carry on.
Yeah, Jason, it's the same Danilo at Nottingham Forest, but I don't know why he never worked at Forest. I thought there was a few glimpses here and there of what he's available and what he can do, but I don't think he got his plan as to what, you feel me, like he was about and whatnot. So that's that there. But at the same time, the DM position, unless you're looking to go big, it isn't. The thing is, though, you can get your gems, though. Sangare, that's the guy, the Inal guy that was looking at.
Yeah, you got Sangare, you talk Inal. That's Christ, isn't it? That's his first name.
that one there.
Yeah.
You know,
that's the Jesus
so
first
obviously Baleba, but again, he's not really a sitter. He could do both. He could go box to box.
Yeah.
So really and truly, you have to really do your research if you want to go and get a player. Now, Manu Kone feels like the type of deal where they're looking at online and thinking, yo, the fan base must be they're liking Manu Kone. Like, I don't look at Man United thinking they were always after Manu Kone. It's definitely a World Cup hype thing, you feel me, where they've looked at him and thought, you know what, you're doing well right now. It seems to be positive kind of thinking within the fan base. Let's go and get a Manu Kone. You feel me? Obviously, he fits the bill. He fits what we're trying to want. And he could be an option that we could go get. And he's cheaper as well.
I think he fits, like you mentioned it there. Yeah, like profile-wise, he fits. Also, the price point as well.
Yeah.
I think even if, like, so he's low risk in regards to, let's say it doesn't work out, you could still say, you're not like, oh my God, we splashed 90 million on him. What awful one. It's like, all right, we tried it at 40, 50 million. I think I've watched him. I'm like, I'm impressed. So there's something there too.
What are Roma demanding then?
I heard this is just reports, 50, 60 million. Which I don't think is a lot.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna get it cheaper than that.
No, this is my point, Saeed. I don't think the price point with Kone is a problem for the club. Okay. I think the club think they can get better. That's what it is. Put it this way, I think the club, like I'm with Musa, I think United would prefer to sign Belieber and Scott over a Manu Kone. For whatever reason you may think that is, maybe because they're in the Premier League. I think they would prefer that. Because you don't have to worry about him adapting to the league, adapting to the country, all of that stuff. Not sure if he talks English, presuming he does, because most players do now. But the language barrier potentially could be a problem, but more so the league. That's how they're looking at it. How does he acclimatize to the league? How does he acclimatize to being in the country, etc.? That's where I think it is. I'm with you, Saeed. Sign Kone now. If we got a bomber now for Kone, I'm
bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like we got to move on. You know, you see me now. I'm like, we got to move on. We spent too much time now on a third midfielder. Really and truly, you've got what? How long have you got left to the season start? Is it 4 weeks?
I think is it 3 weeks? I think it's 3 weeks. It's the 23rd of August we start. We're the 23rd. No, we're the 22nd. Sorry.
Yeah, so we got about what? We got about 3 weeks.
Yeah,
so 4 weeks until the season starts, right? So really and truly, like
3-4 weeks.
Yeah, so you would think, right? Okay, cool. If you got your midfield, if you now go into your midfielder now, and ideally you need to get them into preseason as well. Like that's another thing as well. Yeah, you don't want them to go, you know, to wherever they're going in Rome or whatever. Ideally, you want to integrate them. So cool.
Of course,
you get a midfielder in next week, the week after that, or if you can do 2 deals at once, then that will be sensational. But then ideally, you need to go to left back. Then you need to go to centre back, and then ideally, for me, my purposes would be a left winger. If you can't, then go and get in a backup striker if Xerxes leaves. So there are certain things I'm like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, you know what? We're waiting around for the third midfielder, but don't lose sight over the rest of the targets. You get me? Like, because therefore you're eating into the time. Now, right now, as it stands, I've not seen credible links for left back. I keep hearing, you know, Lewis Hall, but right now it doesn't feel like there is credible news linkers with Lewis Hall. And also, more concerning between me and you is there's no credible links linking us with centre backs, and that's concerning.
Because centre backs, I don't think is as high on the priority list as we would like it to be. Wow. I think central midfielders. I think left back is. I think left wingers are. I don't think centre backs is as high on the list as we would like. I've been saying for all summer long how much before Martinez got injured. Our back line isn't it. We need a centre back. I don't think it's high on that list. I think we will get the third midfielder. I believe we will sign a left back of some sort, even though the Lewis Hall links have gone cold. And left winger, I know a few days ago we got linked back to Ndai, but again, they seem pretty adamant on that, the club. Like the left winger links have not died at all.
Because Rashford is staying, though. That's why. That's Rashford staying. You know what they said? They said about Rashford, yeah? They said they wouldn't buy a left winger because Rashford stays. So we're literally letting Rashford dictate what's going on. Bro, ban this guy, bro.
I don't think it's dictating.
How are we letting Rashford dictate the situation by United, bro?
But I don't think he's dictating it, Saeed.
He is, though.
Money dictates it.
The problem is getting rid of him. That's the issue.
Yeah, but you don't allow him to come back then. You just say, you know what?
So what we going to do, Saeed?
Put him in the bomb squad.
He's in the bomb squad without being in the bomb squad. United can't make it any more clear. Let me ask you, can United make it any more clear that Rashford is available?
Can they make
is it not clear to everyone? Is he not clear as day? Rashford's representatives put it out and said that Rashford would like a move to a big European club. So Rashford and Manchester United can't make it any more clear that he's available. Okay, so let's say, I don't know, and you support another team and you want Rashford, you'd say go game. Rashford's available.
Yeah,
Am
no,
I lying?
the thing is though, what the wording I'm hearing, or what it looks like, is that Man United can't move forward from a left winger because they have Rashford. Do you get it?
Which makes
But do you think that position's that important, left wing?
Yes,
I don't.
100%.
Personally, I don't. Saeed and Saeed disagree on that. I don't think it's
because I don't think Dorgu's a left winger. So therefore, that's where maybe we're different. I think Dorgu is a left back for me personally. So therefore, I'm putting Dorgu left back because I don't want Luke Shaw anywhere near that left back position, right? So then I buy a left back anyway to compete.
How about
we
sign a left back? That's what we should do. Because I don't want Dorgu.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna try and again. It's another thing. We should have got rid of Luke Shaw this summer, but again, we can't do because now he's hogging onto a position. So you see what I'm trying to say? Like certain men are hogging onto positions, therefore it's not allowing Man United to go buy the player that they want. Do you get it?
I don't think Rashford is hogging onto the position. I think that's just the unfortunate situation. He's available. He's in the bomb squad without being in the bomb squad. Because
I think there's more, and I think there's more to get out of the forwards than we did last year. I think there's more goals there. I think there's much more goals than what we saw last year. I think if you're thinking, Saeed, that it's the goals that we saw last year is what we're going to get this year, then I get why you're panicking. But I believe there's much more goals in that forward lineup than what we actually saw. And I feel if with the amount of games that we got as well, and I think Zerski's going to get his opportunity as well. I just think there's going to be more goals. There's more fluent. I just hope that the midfield is allowed to do what it's meant to do in it. The midfield is just meant to do it because obviously we got high hopes for the midfield. But if the midfield doesn't do what we're all hoping it's going to do, then things might look a bit different. But just based on what I've seen Santos and how he's been, putting those balls into Zerski, into the number 10, and just always wanting to pass forward, I think it's just been good to see that someone else do that other than Kobe Mainoo, someone who just wants to get the ball forward. So obviously you add Tielemans to that. I think we're in a better situation. Like I said, top 4, I'm not worried about that. I just feel like when you start to worry about other forwards, Saeed, I feel like you're now telling me you want a bit more than top 4 because based on what we have now, you don't think...
Because you know what it is though? For me, what it does affect Man United's play because we're always going to be one-sided. Like our side is going to be top heavy. So one side we're going to look nice and it's going to be balanced here. The other side, it's not going to be because you have Luke Shaw, who is going to be our predominant left back for Man United.
We just need to get a left back in, but I don't think we need a forward. I think if you look at all the forwards that we've got at the club,
you don't think that? You don't think Luke Shaw can be a starting left back?
If we sign
I think we need to get a left back in. We just don't need to get a left forward.
Yeah, if we sign Lewis Hall, I think Lewis Hall is the starting left back.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I think left back is something they've looked at and went, yes, it's time. So that's why I look at it and I go, okay. Yeah.
So you'd be happy with the left. You'd be happy with Lewis Hall and Cunha as your left wingers.
Yeah.
You mean my first choice, like in regards to Lewis Hall,
that side there?
Oh yeah. Hey, yes.
See, I'm still not keen on that, bro.
Run me that. What does that not give you? Cunha
I don't think Cunha's a left winger. I don't think Cunha's a left winger.
Okay, we can.
I think he's done well. He's done a good job there.
Okay,
but he's not the long-term solution there.
But can he produce?
He produced that season. For a season, I think for me, cool. I was happy with that because of the terms, because we literally went from a 3-4-3 where he was meant to be playing. So therefore, naturally, he went to that side. I don't even think Mbuma's a right winger. Let me put that into there. Yeah.
But don't you think? But Saeed, the forwards that we've got, do those forwards score enough goals to get you top 4 football next season?
You know what it is though? The reason why it worked last season is because we had balance. I think for me, this season coming up now, can we keep that balance up?
Don't you think Lewis Hall adds balance?
I think he does. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But going forward, I just think United need a different option on that left-hand side because someone to go on the outside. Cunha a lot of the time was going.
You don't
inside,
like Dorgu does that.
But Dorgu does that. I think Dorgu's going to be one of the players of the season to me.
He's a good backup left back. He offers what you just said there. Like as a back.
I think Dorgu's going to be one of the players of the seasons playing in that left wing forward because I think his mentality and I went to watch the club a couple times last season, and I kept on seeing Dorgu just non-stop up and down that wing. Like, he doesn't stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Non-stop. But I think that in the Amarin setup where he was wing back, every time he got there was a lack of options. Since obviously Carrick has come in, things have changed how he sets up the team. It allows him to go centre. The biggest problem on the left side is that the fullback Luke Shaw doesn't go past the halfway line, so it's not allowing guys to create more pathways for the players to run into. Like, so as soon as you get a left back that actually passes the halfway line, and it doesn't have to be Lewis Hall, you know, it just has to be someone of that ilk. It could have been even Cucurella that went to Madrid. Players like that's got that type of ability to move past the halfway line, play the game. I think you see a total different Man United, and I'm not worried about the wingers. What I am worried about is the centre backs and not having enough cover there, and the fullback situation and the left back. Because I just feel like, obviously, if it doesn't go well for the two young boys in Euro and Heaven, if one of them just, I don't know, have a bad couple games and they need to be pulled out, who's going to step in? Who steps in?
People are saying Amas can do that. Is Amas the left back you're looking at?
In an ideal world, I would want Shaw gone and we bring in a new left back and have Amas as the backup. But again, we don't live in the ideal world. Shaw's going to be around.
What if that's the case? What if United are looking at a situation where they see Amas as now ready for left back
What
position?
if they decide to sell? If they decide to sell Luke Shaw and
no,
bring in
they
a left
keep
back
Luke
and have
Shaw.
Amas?
They keep Luke Shaw. They play Dorgu as a left winger that we're all talking about, and then they have Amas as backup to Shaw. Would that work?
But all of this is sounding broke billionaire side. You see Amas, like, he should be able to play, but this is sounding a bit brokish. Listen, let me give an example. Amas at City, Amas at Chelsea, they get another player in and force him to up his levels, or Amas gets sold for 25 million and he brings you in 25 million as an academy player. And that's good. That's a good prospect. That's a good option. Like, if you bring another left back and Amas can't rise to the occasion and then you sell him to the Championship for 15, 20 million, that's a load of prof. Or he rises to the occasion and he steps up and he starts to compete for the position. But you don't just leave him to it on his own. That's the issue at United. You still have to buy someone.
But hold on a minute. This is another thing that we always say, For example, now, I'm not saying that Amas is as good as, what's my man called? The one that's that thingy in Newcastle that we're talking about.
Lewis Hall.
Lewis Hall.
Lewis Hall.
No, what I'm saying though is, say for example, this Amas goes to another club, right? And he goes to let's say a Brighton, shells it out, kills it for the next 2 years. All of a sudden, United are looking at a left back, and then we go and spend 50 million to bring Amas back or whatever it is.
I don't think so, Saeed.
Hold a minute. We're going to say now, why didn't we just keep him? Because now look at him. We'll have to buy him back for 30 million, 40 million.
There's two things around that. You either put if you're that high on him, you put a buyback clause in the contract if you're that high on him. Or secondly, what you do if you don't want to do that, you put a percentage in regards to the sale. If you're that high on the player, let's say you sell him for let's say 10 million, for example, but you think, hey, he could be a 40, 50, 60 million pound player, put 30% sell-on clause in there. And then
that's because didn't Lewis Hall come from Chelsea, but they got players there like Cucurella and that. They just made it work, Saeed. They got the money they needed. They most probably put the clause on as well to get a bit more money, and everyone's happy. Like, I don't think if you're doing well, no one remembers that Amas. People remember him when you're doing bad and your signings are not working. But if you're actually doing well and he couldn't get into the team and you sold him, you make money. One of the things is that we're not making enough money from our academy players, because Man United, there's two things that happens. It's either we force them to the club or we say they're not good enough and we just dash them in the bin. There has to be a middle part.
I know. This is the thing though. My thing is as well with the situation is that you also got to put into account that I think Michael Carrick is looking to give some of the youngsters a chance, Like, I don't think he's going to be like at Ruben Amorim where he sees these youngsters and be like, you know what, man, I'm not. I think there'll be a couple of names where we might be surprised. You see how Louis van Gaal gave a lot of trust to the youth academy and actually worked them well and actually did well with them. I think that could be the case with Michael Carrick, where he gives one or two youngsters a chance. Now, I don't know which ones they are. I don't know who they are. It could be Collier. It could be one of the Tyler Fletcher brothers, because maybe it's nepotism and maybe Fletcher's getting involved. But if there's, or it could be Shea Lacey, which I think we're all happy with that, Shea Lacey. But I think there's some players in that academy that Michael Carrick does believe that can fill the gaps. Now, whether you lot are going to be happy with that, it's a different conversation. But I do believe Carrick is the man to do that for Man United. Now, he still needs backing. He still needs help. I think that's on the club. But if you're talking about a manager who assesses the situation and says, you know what, how can I plug the holes a little bit here and there? He's your man to do that, bro. He is your man.
Yeah, it's in an ideal, because you want your first, but when with the youth players and them coming up, you want to settle first team, because that helps said youth players. Now, obviously, if you got a generational talent or a player everyone's been speaking about for years, he's cold, he can make an impact. Cool, I'm all for that. But let's sort out the first team. Like that, I think that's unfair on Harry and Mass that we're talking about. All right, backup left back is cool, but when you're talking significant minutes, I think that's where the issue lies.
Yeah, but we don't believe Luke Shaw can do the up and down thing. Harry Amas can do that.
That's why I'm saying, yeah, like if in an ideal world, Saeed, I'm moving on Luke Shaw. I'm signing the left back, and I would if Harry Amas is my backup fullback, cool. But again, we don't live in an ideal world, so therefore it's like, okay, bring in a left back, and if it's him and Luke Shaw, I don't know, maybe you send Harry Amas out on loan. Maybe you give him a loan, whether it's to another Premier League club, whether it's a Championship club, etc. But it's definitely an area we need to improve. And the club seem, they like the left wing, they seem pretty adamant about signing a left back, and I think it's important. I would like it to be Lewis Hall, but as long as it's that profile, bring me someone who's athletic, who can actually overlap and actually has something going forward from an attacking sense. Because I've been saying this. In what is in the modern day game, fullbacks offer so much going forward. Our fullbacks give us next to nothing. Like Low and Shaw give us next to nothing. Love Maz. I think Maz is quality. He's a little bit better. But our fullbacks, when's the last time we sat down and watched the game last season and went, our fullbacks were terrific going forward, you know. Them man added so much going forward in the final third.
Yeah.
Like it don't happen. And when we look at the best team in PSG, look at what, as good as they are and as much talent as they are, look at what Mendes and Hakimi offer PSG. In terms of
they're crucial. They're absolutely
That's
crucial.
my point. And I'm not saying go get Mendes and Hakimi level, but I'm saying go and get two fullbacks, or at least one that offers something going forward.
Yeah.
Because ours give us nothing. Yeah. And I think we get more, like to Musa's point, I think that helps Cunha. I think if you put a Lewis Hall, I think we get a better Cunha. Yeah. I think with the right attack, we get a better Wembremo. Because you got someone to link up with and someone the opposition have to think about. Because if I'm setting up against Manchester United, I'm saying, give their fullbacks the ball.
Yeah.
Do you think Man United are preparing to play Mazraoui left back based on the World Cup?
That was a conversation on The Athletic. They said that Mazraoui could do that. Yeah.
I think they look at it like an emergency standpoint and go, like he's an option out there.
But you might not just think they might just go with him and with like as we've seen Euro and Delo on the other side, and just go with Mazraoui and Shaw. And if Mazraoui plays better, you start to see like maybe you see a Mazraoui and Euro fullback situation going on.
Well, what did you just say just before, Musa, about the broke billionaire stuff? That's what that sounds like to me.
Yeah,
that's exactly what that sounds like. Yo, if we do, I ain't gonna lie.
This is what's going on. They're making they're making us do bare madness, like recycle stuff and all of that.
Yeah. Can I just pause it 1 second? I'm just going to pause the podcast 1 second. Guys, we've got 2,000 people in the building, and we've only got 340 likes, yo. Bro, man are talking about Ineos penny pinching. The chat is penny pinching right now.
With the likes,
bro, them likes are terrible, man. Yo, come on, guys. Do us a favor, man. We're trying to give you a little bit of something here on a Sunday night. Do us a favor. Hit the like button right now. Spam the likes right now. Bottom right-hand corner. Also hype the video as well. And man, get involved in the conversation. A couple of super chats have come in. Francisco say, I'm not paying 400 grand a week. I don't care who you are. Vinny Jr. he's talking about there. Over the last 5 summer transfers, United have spent 675 million. I checked it. AI mode, if that's reliable. We need to plan it for next season. Bruno replacement. And also it says here, Just Waff says we can't just do that Amrin Bomb Squad nonsense again. Shows we're trying to get rid of and drops the transfer fee. Saeed, the Bomb Squad is stupid. You lose value of the player doing that. Saeed is not many better left wing options on the market than Rashford. And Luke Potbelly Shaw struggling to run up the pitch, says Blank. Shout out to Blank and a madness again. You know what? That thing is for me, like, you see where, and this is where for me, like, everybody knows, this has been, wallahi, I'm not lying to you, This has been the low key Saeed TV in record on YouTube in this summer. Normally, I got my flag out, man's got my shades on. Like Musa, have you seen me? Flawless, have you seen me this year? No flag, no shades, because I'm serious, guys, man. I don't think you're not ready for next season, you know, because man, we're playing 3 games a week, and that's gonna require a lot of physicality and a lot of rotation. That rotation requires players. Champions League, I want to be serious. And also, man need to step up a level. Like, I don't want to just stay at the level we're at right now in terms of, the squad, in terms of the faces that we've got in. Now, Tielemans, Santos, good, but it needs more. I said to myself this summer, United needed 67 signings. I then went down a little bit and said, okay, cool. United needs 6 signings. Then we realized we can't buy a striker. Okay, I said 5 now. But I still think we need to get them 3 in. If you get the left winger in that I want, the centre back that I want, the left back that I want, and possibly one more, then I can be saying, you know what, that is adequate players and quality that for Carrick doesn't have an excuse to not get top 4 this season, at least minimum. That right there, because people at the end of the day, to get a title race, you need to be consistent as a team and build consistency. That means you need to get back-to-back 75, 80 points, whatever it is right now. So that right now, United need to build. But you're talking about quality and reassurance, then you need to be going to season with the adequate roles, not telling Shaw. With Luke Shaw, let's be honest, guys. Luke Shaw had a good season last season. We can all agree that Luke Shaw had a decent season compared to...
I don't know about what that saying,
No, but what I'm saying to you is that... For the conversation's sake, I'll agree with you, but
okay.
He was available.
He
was available.
Yeah.
But I can't be saying to Luke Shaw, give me that again when I know he ain't got that. So man, we struck a dime last season. We struck a dime. You know what I'm saying to you? Like,
but whatever he gave you last season is why you're more afraid of the attack than me and Flores.
I agree. Yes,
gave you last season has left you scared. Do you know what I'm saying? So you don't want him to give you the same as last season because it's left you thinking, that's not good enough.
No, but what I'm saying to you is that you see, even with last season, when we were scoring goals and whatnot, like a lot of it came down to the fact that we just had a rhythm and an understanding that we've got 1 game a week, right? Lock in. And I think the players locked in. They knew as well their purpose as well. The standards do also drop here when you almost get comfortable. I think last season everyone was like, man, them Champions League football, let's lock in. I do believe, sometimes when you get the situation, oh shit, here we go. Yandy or Monday. Damn. To Real Madrid. Shit. It's done.
It's done.
Right.
It's done.
Let me just check the Fabrizio thingy here. Yeah, Diamande is done, bro. Let me just show you now.
He played in Spain at the beginning, innit? That's where he started off in Europe, right?
They got the deal over 100 million euros. That's light. That, isn't it?
Shout out Leipzig, man. Shout out. I love that move for Yandy and Monday.
Agreement tonight. It was RB Leipzig for a fee of over 100 million euros for the Ivorian winger. Diamande will fly to Real Madrid for medical tests and contract signing until 2031. Yeah, done. But I don't get it. Why would he not just say the fee though? Why is he saying over 100 million euros?
Because it's not Manchester
United. He doesn't want
United.
to be like Einstein the other day with which signing was it, and then he had to go back and change it.
I even think it's that. Yeah. I think it's because it's if this was Manchester United, they would know the bonuses. You know what I'm saying? They would know the clauses. Every
some
time
of them jump so quick though, and they're about 5 million out, 10 million out. They don't want to get caught slipping. I think it was the what's his name? The guy that went to is it Al Hilal? West Ham. Sunderland, whatever his name is.
Somerville, you're talking about. Somerville.
Yeah, I think Somerville came out and said it was mad money. Then he came back and dropped the price. You want to be the first to everything. Sometimes they mash up your credibility.
Yeah. Somerville, yeah.
Somerville,
that's crazy. It. So now, obviously, he's out the match. Where's the thingy going to be now? The actual domino effect now, man. There's got to be a domino effect now. It has to be either...
not really, because Real Madrid will throw you on the right wing if they want. They don't care. They got no one out.
Yeah, he's going to play right wing, of course.
He's I'm thinking
now what's happened. What does that mean now for Bacola? Does that mean Bacola now goes for a big fee?
I still don't get that. That one still baffles me, man.
But that's the thing, though. Oh, dude, does Bacola stay now? Because why would you want to get rid of Bacola for who? Who are you gonna bring in? Is it Krupi?
I think Bacola. I think they've shown their hand where they haven't rated him, and now he wants to dip. He's not signing a new contract.
Bro. Because I think I've seen that as well. He's basically said no to the contract, isn't he?
Yeah, he said
you know that's
to the
mad,
contract.
you know, bro. You don't basically give your player that confidence here
because he's seen the minute you man get someone you like, you're drawing for me. That's long, brother.
Wow.
That's long.
So has he rejected Is he rejected the deal, bro? Is he rejected Liverpool?
Yeah, he's rejected the new deal at PSG.
Wow, that's crazy. He's actually rejected the deal.
Much better than Deal Monday, so they definitely want real money.
But you know what it is, though? If PSG want Rashford, how much are we selling him for? We can't sell him for 40 million.
What, brother? Right now, you want him out. Now you're saying we can't sell him for 40 million.
I'm glad you know. Musa, I'm glad you're here. You know.
No, but man want him out here, but we can't get fleeced 40 million.
Yo, Saeed, we're not Saeed with Rashford. We are not negotiating from a position of strength. We are not the B side. We are the C side. That's how far we are.
Why do we still want bare money for the academy player? Ain't everything meant to be prof?
Whoever's negotiating with us for Rashford is the A-star side of that negotiation table. We are the C side.
Who's better, Bacola or Rashford?
At this given time, yeah.
Be honest.
Why are you asking me this stuff, man?
No. I'm gonna ask Musa. Who's better, Rashford or Bacola?
All right, cool. I think I haven't seen Bacola over a full season starting anywhere, really. You know, like I haven't seen him be the main starter for anyone.
Rashford's done more in the game, so you would argue Rashford's more valuable.
That's what I'm saying. Rashford's done more in the game.
I ain't gonna lie.
But I'm just trying to say, like, who do I prefer to have in my team right now? Like, Rashford might get you
Bacola for me.
Goals and assists, but I prefer to have Bacola in the game. Like, he's just a younger player, he's fresher, and they're just different stages of their career side. Right now, you're gonna have to pay for youth and
that's what it is.
What he could be.
But you get my logic, though. Obviously, the wages are a big issue, yeah. But had United played it the right way, yeah, United could have got some big change for Rashford in the market we're in right now.
Like I mentioned earlier, Rashford's like my man that I mentioned earlier at Liverpool, Chiesa. 28 years old, used to be the real deal, kind of falling off trying to find his way. And remember, there was once upon a time, just before Chiesa left Juventus, they were big money they were talking about him. The next minute he went to Liverpool.
They were talking about big money, you know? Yeah, they were talking about some big money. Yeah, they were talking about some big money, bro. Like serious money.
Yeah, then he went missing for a bit. Then he went to Liverpool on loan with like I think obligation to buy or something. Like it happens to these big names. Like it happens.
Oh shit! Right, big BOMBA there, you know. Eliminated Jai, Al Hilal. Right, Al Hilal ain't playing around, you know.
That's a BOMBA.
What's the price?
I don't know, but yo, this is what I'm saying to you, man. You're not a sleeve pin on this, bro. This is your guy, man. This is Rance's guy. Where's Rance at, man? Your guy's going to Saudi, Rance, man. Where are you at, Rance?
Get your bread, man.
Al Hilal trying to open talks to sign eliminated Jai for Everton, negotiation at exchange, but Al Hilal want one more start to Sullivan. And eliminated Jai is high on the shortlist. Deal depends on Everton as player side open to initial discussions. But you can go eat, man. You can go give money back home,
He's
bro.
definitely gonna go and eat.
Get your bread, man.
Get your bread, bro. Listen. Al Hilal are coming back, man. I thought that Saudi league was dead, you know, but I can't lie to you, bro.
He's never dead now. Now that team, now you're getting picked for your national team, and you can play for Portugal and England and all of that, playing over there and get that bread, bro. It's mad now. Them man are playing for their national teams. I ain't getting that bread. You can't go wrong.
This is one to be one of my United signings this summer, you know, like on the left hand side. You feel me? Like it's meant to be one of the United signings, bro. We were looking at him, bro. Then obviously the fee went too much. This is a problem now. Like we're doing what Man United want, man. Then we're saying, yo, we're.
Why is money being mentioned with Man United? We're one of the richest clubs in the world. Make bare profits. Some money's being mentioned with us like we're some jokers.
You know what it is though? Fair play to Al Hilal, man, because you know what it is, yeah. They could give that money, man. Like wallahi, man, like to give that sort of money that you haven't had before. it's one of them ones where you could have say, yo, man, we can give you. Like, I don't know how much is Somerville getting. Does anybody know the wages wise? He's getting, but he must be getting some serious
man,
wages.
get big bread like we did him in die. I would have loved to have seen him at Manchester United, but if he does move to Al Hilal, I can only salute that. Get your bread.
Yeah, and Everton can ask for. Everton will probably ask for about 80 million. I reckon Al Hilal will pay that. 80 million.
Yeah,
get your bread, man. I'm all
man.
Get
300k. They're saying, jeez, man. Now, you know what? That might be. Yo, listen, that might be a good little. You know what I mean? Al Hilal. I'm about to go watch Al Hilal, man.
With UK taxes 40%, where you only take home like 160, 170. That's 300k coming home.
Bro, that's 300k coming home, bro. That's
different.
That's yo. But you know what it is though? It just shows you now, man, the market in terms of what you feel like. It ain't all about, it's not exclusive to your football club, man. That's the thing now. We've got to realize here, like Manu Kone now, as much as United want him, what if we see next week, someone goes in for Manu Kone out of nowhere? You get me? Like, this is where you got to realize
then we didn't want him that badly.
Yeah. But then you go to a Beleba that's begging to come. You see, Beleba, he's begging to come, man. He's begging, man. Bro, he's actually saying, yo, where you at, man? Like, yo, have you forgot about me? Do you go to a Beleba that you haven't really wanted and you're now going back to him?
Chelsea inquired about him as well. Like, I'm not surprised if you ends up at Chelsea after they sold us Santos. Chelsea would do what Chelsea does. Chelsea would do what Chelsea does.
Chelsea are looking at. I don't know what Chelsea. They said that they're going for another.
Alex Scott. Remember, they put in 2 bids for Alex Scott.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? They got the issue that we have with Rashford in terms of they got to sell Enzo. They're gonna go spend big money on a midfielder. I can only see them selling Enzo if Rodri moves to Madrid and then City put in a big bid for Enzo. Because I don't think
Real Madrid. I think that Garnacho money's done them wonders, knowing that they're getting that money next season with that obligation to buy. And I think they're going to do the same with Jackson. So I think they're in a good situation. And I just feel like the fact they put in 2 bids for Alex Scott and they've been turned down by a Bournemouth tells you where they're at. Yeah, I hear Man Utd talking about, we're waiting for Alex Scott. We ain't put no bid in.
But Bournemouth are adamant, though. They're saying no one's for sale. Krupi's not for sale. Alex Scott's not for sale. And even, you know what they even did? They even said Tyler Adams is not for sale. Them man even doubled down on Tyler Adams.
He's the only one that's got 2 years left on his season, on his contract. The rest of them are quite in long contracts. But they got European football. That's the reason.
Yeah.
I think people forgot they got European football. So that money that's coming, that's allowed them to say, you know what? Even if we take the money in Europe and then sell him on 1 year left, it kind of might balance off.
You know what? Real Madrid are mad. And then obviously you got Real Madrid, you got the Rodri situation as well occurring as well. Yeah, if they go for Rodri, does that? But okay, cool. Let's talk about this Tchouaméni situation, because I'm saying to the Mandem,
there's no
stop talking about Tchouaméni. He don't want us. He signed a deal. He signed a contract, but it's not official, brother. He signed a contract, man. It's done, bro. like, do you, Flawless? I come to you first. Do you still believe that Tchouaméni? Because apparently Simon Stone is still pushing it from the BBC. He's saying, Tchouaméni, it's still on. It's not gone dead yet. Andy Mitten apparently saying the same thing as well. He works for the Athletic, etc., etc. Do you believe Tchouaméni is still available? Because for me, I've given up. I ain't getting involved in no mess around.
You said it's not gone dead yet. It was never alive. I think I said this when I was on your platform before. The Tchouaméni situation. I'm a big fan of Tchouaméni. Would love to see him at Manchester United. Tchouaméni, nor Tchouaméni's representatives, nor Real Madrid ever said this man was available. I say it before and I say it again. Yeah. Content creators, mainstream media, social media, all had this man at Manchester United signed on the pitch with the shirt, had him in the press conference, sat next to Carrick talking about how much he loves, he's glad to have joined Manchester United and what he can do here, etc., etc. He was never available. Tchouaméni was nobody ever said. We hear it like when we're talking about a Yandy Amante or a Barcola. There's actually talks and conversations of the players available for this price or in between this price and this price, or the players' representatives come out and say the player's open to a move, or the player himself comes out and says, yes, I want to leave, like you see with Bruno G and the whole Newcastle situation to Arsenal, etc. This never happened with Tchouaméni. Again, I say it before, Tchouaméni nor his representatives, nor Real Madrid said he's available. So why it was a conversation, I have no idea whatsoever. It's been dead. It's always been dead. He's not going any. Before he signed a new deal, I was talking about these things. And I put Camavinga in that same bracket. And then reports came out recently saying, yeah, Camavinga's happy at Real Madrid. Real Madrid want to keep him. No conversation. It's a non-starter. People can dream. I get it, man. We're fans, so we can dream. But no, that's a dream that's not coming to reality.
It's, you know what I mean, again, people like this idea. I think Jay said, but he's signed it, but it's not been confirmed yet. Broski, like, what happened to like giving your verbal agreement, but it's not been signed, bro? So if the same way you can say that there's been a verbal agreement being reached, yeah, and you agree to that, and you get gassed over that. It's the same way you can understand that it's been signed, but it's not been announced. It's the same thing.
Is that Tchouaméni?
Yeah, Tchouaméni, yeah.
Bro, Tchouaméni has a contract that doesn't end anytime soon. It's just an extension. They don't need to announce anything. What are we talking about?
Exactly. Yeah.
When we extend the player's contract, like Bruno last time, or Maguire, what's there to talk about? You extend the player's contract, you keep it moving. They said they're going to give him a free extension, but he's already got years left on his contract now already. I think he already had about 2 years left.
Musa. The day Man United, what did I say to you, bro, a couple of weeks ago? Yeah, I think I told you, Flawless. The day that Man United don't make it clear they want Tchouaméni, they've lost the race. They should have went and said, yo, we want Tchouaméni. You see how Real Madrid have made it clear about maybe a Rodri back before? Or
I think we inquired though.
No, but bro, there's inquiring here, but I feel like there's also making it clear that you are going all in for Tchouaméni.
Brother, we need a president, you know. We need someone that talks like the Madrid president. We need a president.
Never available, Saeed. I think Tchouaméni. The report said that Tchouaméni was a dream target for Manchester United, which let us know Manchester United know he's a dream target, not a realistic target, not number one target, not top of the list. Dream target. Yes. Because it's like, all right, if he happens to become available, well, yeah, no shit. Of course you're going to sign Tchouaméni if he becomes available. That's just Kvaratskhelia is not available. But if Kvaratskhelia happens to become available, you'll probably look into that and go, yeah, let's see if we can sign him. But it's highly, highly unlikely. And that's where we're at with Tchouaméni. We just need to move on. Which I think
that's what I'm saying to you, Flawless.
I think the club have done. I think it's fantastic. The club, I think the club have moved on. It's fantastic.
That's what I'm saying to you. If you did it then, why would United go back here when United have realised he's actually signed a deal?
Because fans have the dream, man. Fans don't fans ain't logical. Fans ain't logical, Saeed, man. Fans, you literally just had someone in your chat say, well, they've not announced a new deal. People live in hope. And we know where hope lives. It's your channel, so I'm not going to say where hope lives, but we all know where hope lives.
How can the Man United fan base look for the he's not signed the deal, we might get Tchouaméni, and then when we sign someone like, I don't know, Sander Berge, it was always going to be Sander Berge. He's the right player for us. How do we go from that to that? I just don't get it.
Oh, from you're not. But the same thing can be said about, you got to remember this summer, I still don't believe, that the Tielemans deal was going to happen, bro. It was a market opportunity. Like, you got to remember, I think the Santos one, I think Man United were always after Santos, because I think it was a long-term target. But the situation from Tielemans, I think, was a market opportunity. Because had United bought Ederson and Santos, I don't think we're going for Tielemans. Am I lying, guys? No. Am I lying? So therefore, I think the summer you're talking about, it was meant to be Anderson. It was meant to be Mateus Fernandes. But then Sid realized, cool, we then have to look at what the next best thing is. Like Manu Kone, for example. Manu Kone, we were never linked with him this summer. All of it came about when we bought Tielemans and Santos. Okay, cool. Who fits the best alongside these two here? Therefore, Manu Kone fits that bill. So all of a sudden, you could agree there has been a scattergun approach to Man United's kind of transfer dealers this summer. Now, whether Tielemans is a good player or not, I'll leave that to everyone else. I think he's a good player, but does it fit what we're trying to do this summer? And that's where people can be a little bit aggrieved by.
Tielemans definitely does, because we've all spoke, and I'm sure Musa has as well, even though we've not been on a show together for a while, talking about United needing someone who can progress the ball from a passing perspective. Like, I'm sure we've all said United need that. I think it was clear as day during games, in particular under Carrick, that we didn't have someone in our defensive third and our middle third who can progress the ball well. Hence why we spoke about Wharton so much. Tielemans does that. And he's a cheap price. Premier League proven, experience, all that good stuff. And he's a very good player. I don't see the issue with Tielemans. That's a smart move. Put it this way. If any other club in the Premier League snapped him up, United fans would be talking about, why didn't we get Tielemans? What a deal. If he would have went Arsenal or Chelsea, I think that's a phenomenal deal for what we got him for and the price point we got him for. Again, we still need more, but this is why it goes to show there's players out there that you can go and get. You don't have to spend 100 M's or 80 M's or 90 M's. If you feel the player's worth it, I understand. A lot of these players that I've got, I don't think are worth those prices. Hence why I'm not worried about or concerned about I'm not worried about not getting them. That's why. You know, Mateus Fernandez's and Tonali's and stuff. Good players I would have liked to have seen at the club, but continue. So I don't think it's necessarily a scattergun approach. I think United are just being smart with it, and so far so good. But do we need more? Yes. Yeah, I think are we all in agreement that United get a third midfielder?
You know what?
Chance we don't. I think we get 100%.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, I think we do.
Okay,
but I think we do. But I think I also can see us getting a third midfielder where it kind of leaves us still asking more questions like, why did we wait all of this time for this player? Like, make up like where we still feel like we haven't really got what we wanted. Because, for example, we could have ended up, even though Saeed said he don't think it would happen, it could have been the three of Ederson, Santos, and Tielemans, and that would have been our three midfielders that we're getting, and they would have sold us Ederson as the type of player we're looking for now.
Yeah.
Who can progress an up and down ball carrier, tackler, all action player that we need next to these two players.
Yeah.
And that would have left me feeling like, is this the rebuild? Is this the rebuild?
Yeah. That's true, you know. That's true. Well, like that, when you deep in like that,
again, I'm not worried about the how. Is the player good that we go and sign? Whoever this third midfielder is he of a quality? Is he of quality? I'm not fussed about. All right, you could always say, yeah, you could have signed him earlier. What is he? Is he good?
I mean, he has to be.
We need. You know what I thought this window was? Yeah, flawless.
Oh,
you just click him off, or did he click himself off?
No, he just went off.
All right, cool. I thought you kicked him out, and I was about to say, Saeed on the dictatorship.
Where's he gone, man?
Yeah, I'll be back shortly.
But the thing is, though, for me, it's like, do you see? I think he has to complement what we have, though. Surely, like it has to. And
I think you will. I think I have full faith that midfielder will.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, go on, Musa.
Yeah, I said I thought this window was going to be like signing players in the middle of the park who were undoubtedly like players that you just thought like, this is the guy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we were going to leave room where, like Ederson, the first one we got linked to, there was already room for, is he the guy, is he not the guy? Then we got Santos in, another player that leaves you saying, is he the guy, not the guy? You know what I mean? And then there's players in the game where you look at them like Tchouaméni, where yes, devil's advocate, there will be one or two men that will be like, I'm not too sure. But without saying, everybody will come forward and say, yeah, Tchouaméni is a guy that can do a job A, B, and C. Similar to players like Tonali or players like, like just players of a certain ilk. I thought two of them would be that. And one of them would be a player where it's like, it's a Santos. Maybe like he's the next one to come through. And two will be more senior, more like undoubtedly players to push you in the right direction. Right now, I just feel like we might end up with three players who are good players, but might not be the players to get us to that next. I just feel like we're staying on par. And again, that's where I feel like Musa, just drop your expectations, stay on par, get Champions League football. You haven't done that since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer back-to-back. Why are you trying to start competing with it? But the reason is because I know we could be here end of the season as we were this season saying, only if we sacked Amrin, when everyone was saying sack Amrin, we could have maybe had a higher finish. So that's the thing that catches you where you feel to yourself, I don't want us to finish the season in third with like 75 points, for an example, and the person that wins the league wins it on 73, and we're thinking, we drop points at Coventry where we could
true.
Want, you know what I mean? That's the only thing.
I hear that. But
you don't want to feel like you were short or something.
To the elite players, when have we ever signed elite players?
Yeah, we haven't stopped. The thing is, we haven't bought.
When was the
players
elite?
over
Like,
100
if we
million.
just forget in the past, let's just go under this ownership because that's who's taken over the football.
Not this ownership.
Yeah, so we'll go with this. Yeah, we'll go with this ownership in regards to the past few windows because I like both windows we did overall. I liked them, but even just last summer, Cunha, Embuemo, Sesko, Lamens, no elite player there.
Yeah.
Was it a good window? Yes. Did those 4 players contribute to the season we had? Also, yes. I think Lamens was our best player. I think he was the best player at the signing of the season and contributed the most, but so did the other 3. So it's about building. If you go and bring in good players, or very good players, or one very good player and some good players, and you put them in the right system, you can get very good to great results. This is where I'm at with it. I think football has gone such the system way. Yes, if you can go get an outstanding individual, of course he can make the difference. But I don't think we need elite world beaters in the midfield. And that being said, I don't think any of the players that have gone, I don't think any of the midfielders that have been sold are elite. Who's the elite midfielder?
They're not elite. Yeah, they're not elite.
My point. If we would have signed Tonali and Mateus Fernandes, 2 good central midfielders, yes. I think Tonali is very good. Let me clarify.
Yeah, I think he's very good. I was going to say to you, very good as well. Not elite.
I wouldn't say Mateus Fernandes is very good now. I think he could get to that level. I think he's very good right now. I think he's good. I think Tonali is very good.
Do you like that? Do you think we could get away with like every season now buying the smart signings or the signings that you go to a particular, like, for example, we're capped at maybe 70 million, for example. I reckon that's probably the ballpark, right? Do you think you could get away with it year in, year out, capping yourself at that level? Do you think Man United now will go to a level where, right, okay, we might not agree with it, but we say, cool, that, because we'll say the inflation, right? That player's there worth 90 million. You like him, Flawless. You want him. You like his ability. Do you think, United can do that in the seasons to come? Is that?
I think United would. I don't think United are capped at 70 million. I just think United are very much like me in the thought process of thinking, well, pay the money if the player's worth it. Put it this way: if Tchouameni's available, do we all here believe United would pay 80, 85 million for him?
Yeah. I think million euros,
If Tchouameni was available, so let me ask you, Saeed, let's say Tchouameni becomes available. Do you think United refuse to pay the money for him? I don't.
You know what? I'm not lying to you. I couldn't give you a certified answer. You know.
Okay, I think they pay 100 million euros based on what we heard with Mateus Fernandes that they offered 80 and then 5 million add-ons. They pay that for Tchouameni.
Yeah. So, and also Semenyo was worth 70. They didn't. They didn't go to that level. But I couldn't give you a definitive answer though, unless I saw.
All right, so that's where we're different. I think United will pay the money if
they offered it, Saeed. They offered 100 million euros for Mateus Fernandes at the end.
Did they?
Yeah, they said that. They said we went up to 80.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
They said Man United, the Athletic said we were prepared to go up to 80 million with 5 million add-ons, but they said they wanted all 85.
All up front, okay, maybe, yeah.
So, but obviously Madrid ain't telling us no upfront thing. They're ready for the payoff 25. They're ready for all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I think we pay it. Yeah, we definitely paid 100 million euros for Tchouameni. I believe so.
I don't think it's a cap. I think United will pay the money if it's worth it, and I'm all for that side. You mentioned, can we get I don't think it's a getting away with it. Can United go with the smart signings? I've been crying out for us to do this. I've been saying all summer long, don't pay the prices for these players if you don't think he's worth it, and people will then interpretate that and say, oh, why don't you want to spend the money, Flawless? It's not about not spending the money. Spend the money if the player's worth it. If you're saying Tchouameni's available, if the players.
Give me a sign next season that you think,
But you know what? United are not being brave enough at the same time. You see the Nalo guy we've been linked with in Brazil, or the one that we've been offered to in Brazil. He's a player that will come into European football, tear it up, and it will be like, remember when he was offered to United. So be brave. I do believe that we can get some of the best footballers in the world, but we have to get them early and be brave. Get them in early and be brave and play them.
I'm with that.
And then you're not going to have to pay the big numbers for them. But if you don't, and you wait for them to go and turn up somewhere else, guess what? You're going to have to pay the big numbers for them because you can get them. Do you know what I'm saying? The Monday, I saw a picture saying that at 2023, he was at Chelsea on trials.
Yeah, he was at Chelsea on trial. Yeah. He was
at
Chelsea on trial. Yeah,
so you got to be brave.
Yeah, he was. And I'm with that. So, yeah, can United go about it? Yes, I've been saying this. Go and sign players before they make that jump up. I'm cool with that as well. But spend the money if you believe the player's worth it. I don't believe most of these players that have been going for these prices are worth that money. Because to me, if you're spending 80, 90, 100 million, you can't be coming with a whole heap of question marks. You have to be one or two. I don't need, we're unsure where he's going to play. We're unsure how he's going to do. No, you are raising the level of the team, and you're raising the level of the players in and around you. So if you're a midfielder, you raise the level of your midfield partner. We don't need, he's playing in the system.
Okay.
And that's the only way to get the best out of him type of thing. Go on.
But what I'm saying is now, for example, next season, for example, I don't know, Bruno Fernandes could leave next season,
Yes.
Say, for example, as a marquee number 10 that's available, Everyone's talking about it, you know what I mean? Whatever.
I've got a theory on this, but go on.
But United going for him, you know what I'm saying? United want to buy that player, but then they realize they've got to pay 100 million. Yeah, they got to pay 100 million. He has a brilliant season. Do you believe Man United are that club now where we go and pay that 100 million for that player? Because I feel like you're going to be there. Man United will have to face their fears now of spending that money. I don't think it's that big dollar.
I don't think it's a fair thing, though.
I get what you're saying to you, like, they're gonna have to confront it. They're gonna have to confront the idea. The play is
worth it. Like they were willing to pay. Musa mentioned it, and I go with Musa on this. That he's got his information right on it. They paid the big money for Mateus Fernandes. It's just that Spurs paid more. But if Spurs are not there,
100 million plus.
100 million, if the player is worth it, yes. If there's a number 10,
Rodgers worth 170 million.
To me, no, I wouldn't. But Chelsea are in a different predicament. You know why? Because they messed up and they finished 10th. So if United like with Spurs, if United finish 17th back to back, you think I'm here talking about prices? No, sign everybody.
No,
that's unacceptable.
I don't think Cole Palmer to get back to form. I wouldn't even say Cole Palmer.
So like that's where it's at with it. And I think the reason why I said I have a theory about that is because I think the reason why United are so adamant about signing the left winger is because if Bruno does move on, I think Cunha goes as the 10 and they sign that left winger. That's what I think happens.
And I think United also looking at the likes of teams like PSG who've never spent that type of money and they're winning back-to-back Champions League football. They've not spent 100 million on anyone.
You know what they said? They made a statement. They made a statement, guys. PSG said they formally withdrawn their interest in this bid for Yan Diomande. They said their asking fee and salary demands were completely disproportionate and distorted, and PSG will not break its principles of rational financial management and squad balance. They also said, as two-time consecutive Champions League winner and the most successful club in recent history, PSG will not engage in inflationary and manipulative games of certain player agents, will instead calmly and confidently continue its transfer planning. That's PSG right now.
All right, so let me ask you, is that okay for PSG to say? PSG lacking ambition. Let's say PSG don't win the Champions League. Let's say PSG don't win the Champions League. No, let's say for argument's sake, PSG don't win the Champions League. Will people point to that and go, well, you should have signed Yan Diomande? Let's say Yan Diomande tears it up at Real Madrid and helps them win the Champions League. Will people go, hey, PSG, you should have spent the money on Yan Diomande? Or do these things you look at and you go, you make a...
But I agree with this situation, you know. This one here, I actually agree with it. I don't think they should be spending that much money on Yan Diomande. And also the Mateus Fernandes, I actually said to Man United, you know what? That's actually fair. Don't pay 85 million for Mateus Fernandes. He's not worth that. Now you have to just be good at planning ahead. Now PSG
that's the only issue that I got with United as well, is that they're not going down the expensive route, which is fine, but they're not owning the space that they're in as well.
Yeah,
own this space. Yes. Be brave. Like PSG will go to Italy, they will go out, they will come to the Prem, they will go to wherever they need to go and get that player based on the data, based on seeing what he's been able to do in that season as well and scouting him properly, and then they'll put him into the system. Whereas with United, they're not really owning this space, because you see in the space that we're in, there's a lot of ballers in this space. And I'm not against it. There's a lot of names we can call. There's a lot of ballers, but we're not even owning this space. And I'm like, own it.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, now we're going to find, that's what I'm saying to you. I think all will be revealed in the next couple of weeks, because this is the moment now where everyone can maybe do the copium thing, because if United don't get the signings that we go and get, then questions have to be asked. We can't then say to ourselves, yo, it's all good, we're ready for the season. Because now you demanded a lot from Michael Carrick. And if you demand a lot from Michael Carrick, then you're going to be maybe disappointed, because we didn't sign Michael Carrick to be the savior. We got Michael Carrick because he did a job with what he had in hand. We don't expect him to be this tactical messiah, this great, absolute brilliant player that's going to bring us back the Man United DNA. I think for me, we're hoping that he steadies the ship. We're hoping that he gives us back-to-back top 4, top 5s, and then maybe United have a plan to say, right, we've got a top manager here that will bring us back to success that we believe we should do. So you can't demand Michael Carrick to be doing again the same thing we did last season because, bro, it was a miracle apparently to some people. Nobody expected from Michael Carrick. Nobody expected him to do this, to get third position.
It was
now, if he then goes, for example, top 6, would you not think Michael Carrick is like a manager capable of getting Man United to top 6? Yeah. But then again, why are you going to be disappointed that he didn't get you further? You can't be demanding him to be doing all this craziness when reality is, I do believe there's a cap to Michael Carrick. There is. We have to be honest ourselves. No. He's not the most talented manager well, but he knows how to get results, and therefore he deserves one more season.
Yo, if the club don't back him, of course we're going to crash on the club.
Yeah,
we don't crash on ownership. If our transfer window's awful, I'm not going to say Carrick should do this, that, and the third if I don't believe he has a squad to do so. And if they don't back him, then we're crashing on Ineos and the Glazers and the club and say, you didn't give him the tools to go and succeed. The difference is I think they will. But of course, we're here speculating about it now because the window's currently going on. But I fully believe that the club will back him. But if they don't, I'm not going to crash on Carrick. Hey, I've been saying this. Don't give Carrick no excuses for failing. Don't give him it's solely on him. No, we backed him. We gave him the tools that was provided. And I think it's clear as day what Manchester United need and pretty much what they're trying to do. Now it's just about executing that. And do I believe they'll execute that? Yes. Bring the players in. That's what I would say.
How many preseason games we got left?
We've got Atletico Madrid, PSG, Leeds, and AC Milan. Is it
4? Yeah.
PSG, Atletico Madrid, Leeds, and AC Milan. Four more.
4 more games.
4 more games. And expect everyone to be back. When do you expect the players to be back? I reckon the players will be back by the final 2 games.
Yeah, the final
Brunos
2.
and all them, man. I think they've got about 2 more weeks left of holiday. Or 1 week left of holiday.
I think they got 1 week.
Yeah, they got 1 more week then, yeah? Cool.
Yeah, I think they might be here for the 3rd game, but just not match ready. Still training mode.
Yeah. So that there in itself is one of them ones where you have to kind of understand. You feel me? Let me get some super chats in, people. Just what says it's one thing to be financially responsible. It doesn't mean to be reactive. If we're going for cheaper targets, move quickly and get them over the line. Idiots aren't moving confident. That's what Musa's basically saying. That's exactly what he's saying. If you're gonna go down a cheaper route, then be kind of quick to get the cheaper players. The Sander Berge needs to take you about 3 weeks. But the problem is though, they don't know what that third midfielder is yet. Now,
but you know what the problem is, Saeed?
I don't know.
Those Sander Berge players will end up at an Aston Villa real quick or an Everton.
I know.
Because they make moves.
Gomez.
Yeah,
like João Gomes.
Because they're also after that type of player, and that player is good and can do a job. But if you're going to go in for them, obviously, if that type of player is choosing between Everton and Villa and United, of course they're coming United. But they're not going to come if you're not putting in the offers because you're still thinking you can get something better out there.
Yeah, I agree. Based on Big Earl says, based on how quiet it is, must be Madrid situation that they must be waiting on some domino effect to happen. But I believe we'll be fine. We'll be fine by market end. There must be. The thing is, the domino effect has to be that Arsenal can afford the wages as well of Vinny Jr. Now, I don't know whether they can afford it, and also you got to agree.
But they said that Madrid. I saw that Madrid outlet. They said that Endrick. They're open for letting Endrick out.
Wow, I wouldn't mind.
They're open to letting Endrick out.
Boy, but again, United, can they move quick with that Endrick situation? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, the Sesko situation is a bit concerned about his injury, man. Like he's got to come back and get back to full fitness and whatnot.
Endrick, I like his confidence. He believes that he's the baddest player.
He's the guy. Yeah,
about whether he is or not, he believes it, and I think that will be a good signing. Like, I think that level of confidence is always good, and Madrid are willing. And obviously now they've got Diomande in, and he's going to be playing on the right. That's where they were looking to maybe reintroduce Endrick. It's all mad.
What's this here? The fee for Yan Diomande will be well in excess of 100 million euros. Okay, cool. You just kind of copy what he's saying there. Bacola equals Trashford and not a lazy diva. Two dead ballers.
I'm picking my guy.
Simeone, Stone, Simon Stone, and Andy Mitten are reliable. I don't think the two would pull out of nowhere. There's definitely something coming in the Tchouaméni news. Yeah, but also when something's not closed, when something isn't closed, yeah, can you always remain? Can it always remain open? Is that a fair saying, guys? If something isn't case closed, then of course they're gonna be like, you know what? You know, Tchouaméni, he's still available, you know, because it hasn't been confirmed yet. That's what they're doing right now. That's the sort of journalism that I find a bit weak, though. Because you think the case isn't closed, you're putting it out there that there's a slim chance that he could be available. And that for me is just fooling the fans. And now I'm not gonna get fooled for me. So I don't know, man. That's just my opinion anyway. Did United agree contract Bruno yet? Renewal? Bro, I don't know whether that's staggered or not, though. But
yeah, I think it's stalled. I think it has stalled.
It's stalled, isn't it? Is that because he doesn't think the ambition of the football club is good?
I don't get why we offering him a new deal.
Yeah,
bro, I swear.
I swear, did he not sign a new deal last year?
He did, bro. He did.
He signed it. So why are we offering
him a contract extension? It might be a contract extension on the same terms.
Why?
But one thing is though, is he not here till 2028 regardless anyway?
I don't get this, man.
Let me check Bruno Fernandes' contract. Apology.
That money is mad though. I think that money, that Saudi money, I think it's kind of I think he's thinking twice about that.
Bro, it's mad, man. Like Al Hilal, obviously now they're not gonna come in from this summer. But let's look at Man United's wages right now, yeah. And the ones that are ticked here are confirmed, by the way, yeah? So if I doesn't know, green mark indicates the player's salary has been verified, okay? So, Bruno Fernandes is on 300 grand a week, yeah? His contract doesn't run out, yeah, until, if I can get this side here, I don't know why that's not working there. If I can, so his contract runs out here. Let me just make the screen a little bit less bigger. Cool. His contract runs out 2027, but ain't he got a year on top as well? So he's got 2 years left, hasn't he? Mm-hmm. So by the time he hits that, how old is he, by the way? So he's 32 this summer. So he'll be 34 by the time his contract runs out then. But why would United want to offer him another deal? If his contract runs out when he's 34, United want to profit on Bruno Fernandes at 34? Bro, what the hell?
Maybe they don't like the buyout clause.
Oh, they want to change the agreement on the buyout clause. Okay.
Maybe it's the buyout clause, that 52 mil.
Say that again?
It's like 56 million, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, it's 56 million. So that's what I'm just saying, Flaws. I don't know if you heard me. But basically, so I was saying, yeah, United have got effectively 2 more years left on Bruno Fernandes' contract because he's got 1 more year plus a year option to further extend your year. Now, he's going to be 32 in September. So by the time his contract ends, he'll be 34 years old. Now, I think that would be just a case of, right, we kind of just keep it like that, really. Unless, like I said to you, Man United still see an opportunity for a contract, for a big move, a 50 million, like 50 million, because really and truly, they get their money back because we bought it for 50 million, didn't we? We actually bought it 50 million.
Yeah, 40 something, I think, just under 50.
Yeah, so I don't understand why United need to offer him a new contract. I'm right with you. Like, why do you need to offer him a contract? He's chilling.
I don't get it. Unless he's kicking up. Because he's on big money as well. I don't know.
I think the assist hype got to them, and now they're thinking, he's worth 100 M's. And he's got 52. Let's sign him up and put like a 100 million buyout clause.
Yeah.
Whoever wants him has to pay 100 million. All that hype. You know how they get sometimes. People get excited.
Yeah, this is a conversation here. Adam and Jai, Everton yet to receive any form of communication, and I've been trying to extend Ndai's contract. So I think that's the conversation that doesn't really going to happen with us. What we got to do? Buy Brighton's recruitment team, says Blank. Have you guys seen the new ITK Inter Exclude? It's been dropping a lot of exclusives for everyone else, and he's been getting them spot on. Check it out. I mean, if this is some sort of self-promo from you, my friend, then fair enough, because you know what I mean. You've actually done well here,
bro. I
but
think
I haven't seen
Brighton
it, bro.
signed. Remember the Nigerian Neymar that I told you about? That Brighton signed earlier in the
Yeah,
window.
bro, I seen it.
He's gonna be the real deal. Forget
But you know
Diomande.
what, though?
That kid there.
But by the way, yeah, just a bit of a random one. Have you noticed yet? None of the kind of small clubs here have really signed anyone. You know, am I bugging? Like, have they not signed anyone? The likes of Brighton, the Bournemouths, the Sunderlands.
has.
Like, is it a quiet summer?
It's been kind of quiet still.
Now, real talk, though, chat. Like, let me know in the chat. Like, because you know what it is here. You always think about the big six clubs here. Have the clubs below the big six have actually bought anyone? Like,
Brighton have bought a couple guys in.
Because I remember Sunderland doing a madness.
Everton's bought some players in. Villa's done their thing. Who else has done their stuff? Newcastle's done their thing.
Yeah, Newcastle have done their thing, yeah. But I haven't seen like the Brightons, the Bournemouths,
Now, Brighton have done their thing.
Brighton have done
Bournemouth.
Vuskovic. Okay, Vuskovic. Bournemouth have signed 3. What? Who did signed?
People crack on.
Now, you know what? You have to keep an eye on the Bournemouth signings, yeah? Because they're going to be worth 100 million next summer. Yo, you have to keep an eye on Bournemouth signings, yo, man, them. Because, yo, they're going to be 100 million next season. So they bought in Alvaro Rodriguez, 22 years old. Who the hell is he? From Elche. Is this sold? I think they've sold them, actually. This is sold. No? You know, this is it. And obviously Alvaro Jimenez. Hamad Traore, I think he's sold. Yeah, he's sold. Now, let me see his incomings, bro. This is outgoings, I think, man.
Bournemouth, you know. Teams get busy, so I don't get it twisted. Teams get busy out there.
Say that again?
I said teams get busy. There's teams out
They
there
were meant
doing
to
what
get
they're
this
meant to be doing.
Antonio Silva as well. They were meant to get Antonio Silva as well. But I don't think they got him, though.
I think I saw that one there.
Yeah, like, I don't know, man. I don't know whether they've actually... Yeah, they bought this guy here on a season... Oh, he's joined on a season-long loan. Yeah, no, chat. They have to let me know what their situation... Villa have bought a couple of players. You feel me? So, yeah, man.
Gomez looked good for Villa the other day. Gomez actually looked good for Villa the other day, man.
Gomez?
Yeah, the one Villa bought in the midfield.
Oh, yeah. But he'll do well. He'll do well over there, man.
He actually looked good. I was like,
we're saying, guys, man, we're entering next week. Yeah, it's Sunday night, yeah, in the UK, Sunday evening, yeah. What are we expecting? Because we can't just say, yeah, you know what, we're chill, man, relax, man. Another week's going on, bro. Another week's gonna, bro. We're entering August, guys, yeah. And next Saturday, it's going to be August, yeah. What do you expect, Flawless, in the next week? Or do you have any expectations? Or are you like, you know what, whatever happens, you know, and we'll see.
I deal with it. Yeah, again, I keep saying it. I'm not fussed about how you do it. What's the result? I don't care what's going on. What's the end result of it? I'm not going to tell you about how you got to the end goal. Have United, from the end of the transfer window, have United done the business? Of course. In the ideal world, my preference would be to have all our signings lined up right now. But I know it don't work like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't. This is not FIFA. This is not Football Manager, man. Like, we don't, like, it's not the way that the footballing world works. Like other teams as well, they're doing the same stuff. They still need more as well. So in regards to it, just make sure at the end of the window we've done the business required to help us do what we need to do, and make sure that Michael Carrick has no excuses to when I quote unquote fail. I don't want to hear we're having a bad season and he didn't get back. So now if the window's terrible, then of course we're crashing on the board and crashing on the ownership, etc., etc. But yeah, that's why I'm just chilled out about it, man. Like, all right, let's see how it plays out. Because people was having this before we signed Santos and Tillermans. I remember the conversation, and then we got 2 here we goes in 2 weeks.
Yeah, man.
I remember the exact conversations we was having about before they signed them two. So United are clearly working.
United bought 2 after and BOMBA and Cunha. United need 4 after.
And you can do. How long's the window got open? How long's left?
But ideally, you don't want to sign a player after the season starts. Ideally, would you want to buy?
No, Saeed, but we don't live in an ideal world. I understand what we're dealing with.
But ideally, United have had a summer to go buy in 5 players.
We always had it. When do we ever do this? Your expectations are too high. When have Manchester United ever done this, Saeed? When have Manchester United ever done in the window?
But we got to change that rhetoric. We got to change that rhetoric.
But we would love to, but guess what? We don't control the buttons. We don't control the money. When have Manchester United, as long as you've been supporting, ever moved in a window at the pace you want them to move at?
But I'd expect a new sort of regime in the Ineos.
Why did you expect this from? They've shown you what they are in the previous 2 windows.
I hear that. But at the same time, though, I'm just saying the math ain't mathing.
Saeed, look, no, the math is math, and you just don't like the numbers. Look at what's in front of you.
I've got the numbers.
Yo,
I've
Saeed,
got 4 sides left.
Look at what's in front of you in regards to it. Ineos have shown you what. What do we always say? What's the saying? When people show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah, I agree.
Ineos have shown us who they are. So people expecting us to have all the signings wrapped up before August is crazy.
Better hurry up. Get the t-shirt, broke billionaires. I need a broke billionaires t-shirt.
We need to do if we want to be serious this season.
Okay,
cool. I'm saying, let's not complain that when the season starts. When the season starts, not saying you. I'm saying that the idea for me, if United want to have a good season, you embed them into the preseason. You then start ready. You mean as you go. Like you start and say, right, we've got our players in, ready. We've got our signings in. We've got our 5 signings in the door. We're ready to kick on. Because I believe when we say, the season is going to be a madness, the season is there for the taking. United could stumble across something mad. Now, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, but I'm just saying, like, it could be bad. Now, if you don't give that the working, if you don't put in the work, bro, then you're gonna want it. It's like preempting something. If you don't revise, hold on a minute. If you don't revise in advance, can you expect high grades? No.
How many man revise late and get good grades?
It's very slim.
We are that though. I know you know that guy in school that didn't do shit. I agree. And then the final few days he'd revise and man got 80.
But the thing is, I wouldn't recommend it though.
No, it's not a recommending thing. It's who you are. That brethren of yours, I bet teachers, I bet his mum and dad, and I bet his brethren all told him, hey, you need to revise earlier. And he just said no. From year 7 to year 11, he was like, nah, I'm not going to revise earlier. That's Manchester United.
But a good project always requires planning. It does require
planning. They're not a great ownership.
Sustainable.
They're not a great ownership, Saeed. We know this.
No, but I hear you, but you can still plan ahead.
We can plan ahead.
They'll tell you they have.
And we're asking for the minimum as well. We're saying top
they'll
3
tell you they have,
season.
Saeed. They'll tell you they have planned ahead. They'll tell you everything's planned. This is what they've planned. They planned for this. They planned for a stubborn window. They planned for inflated prices. They planned to play the long game. They planned to get the best players at the best price. They'll tell you all of this. So, like Flores is saying, whether we agree with it or not, we need to believe who these guys are because they've shown us time and time after again that they're broke billionaires, and we got to accept it. This is how they move. They're going to watch every penny. They're not going to overpay 5-10 million. Remember, some of the teams we're talking about, they actually overpay 5 million to get the job done early. Not because they know they can't save it and haggle it. They know they can. But some of these teams say, you know what, Chelsea with my man, they like, you know what, we'll pay the extra 2-3 million and get the job done before Arsenal. We're not in the talking business. I'm writing this down.
Yo, listen, I'm writing it down. Metal Snake. Let me just take a picture of this, Metal Snake, Here we go. I'm going to write this right now, Cool. There's Flawless in the background. Metal Snake. If I hear a word when the season kicks off and I hear a word of negativity, we're not ready. The season doesn't look great. Why are we doing this? What's going on? I'm saying to you, plan now. We have time. I don't want to hear. Look,
facts.
See, when the season starts, zip, because you have said everything's cool. We're fine. When the season starts, guys, I'm telling you now, I'm in the car park. Moses outside. Flawless has got his. No, everyone's different. We're moving different. This is the reality, guys. The reality is we're moving different. So I'm saying to you guys, plan now, and we avoid the excuses, the drama. Later
I'm with you on that. But like I said, to me, it's not the start of the window. It's not the start of the season. Sorry, it's the end of the window. What do we look like when the window closes? What is the squad like? Do I believe the squad is good enough and you brought in enough good enough players? Sorry. Do I believe the squad is short? If the squad's short,
but you know, though, at the same time, Flawless is like we've seen it where managers have set up a certain type of way at the start of the season, they have a tricky first 3 games and they drop everything and just go to some mad new formation. They get shocked. So that can also be affected by not having the players you wanted in early. We ain't got time for Carrick to get a bloody nose and to get shook. And to start bringing out all the old guard. All of a sudden, the low starting, Shaw starting, Maguire's, man's like, raw, Rashford starting. Like, if it goes peak, if Rashford's still here, you might get Cunha starting in front of Rashford, all of that. You've seen these managers, when it goes peak, all of a sudden, he drops Cunha, Rashford starting, all of these man, just because he's just saying, blood, it's rough right now. And it's only early on. So we definitely do need the players in.
We get cooked by what's that team? The Norwegian team. What do they call again? Forgot their name.
The one Norling's bigging up.
Yeah. Them man there. And then reality is, what's going on? Big up Knowledge says, Saeed, there's a difference between plan and execution. I think there's a plan. It's just the execution is what it is. Right. Yes. Listen, bro, I will give credit where if we get the signings that we want here, man, bro, I'm going to be like, you know what? We will. But I think for me, though, I've still got to project the energy that with time is,
Of course, I think we all aware.
I got to keep it real.
We're all aware of that, but I also understand what's in front of me. I know who these people are. Again, in the ideal world, yes, everybody signed before a ball is.
So you want how many signings left? Only 3. 3 you want?
I'd be cool with 3. Yeah, 3.
So 3 is the left back.
Yes.
A centre midfielder. Or defense midfielder and the centre back,
yeah.
And then I don't. Also, what you want? 4 or 3?
Yeah, same. If we can get a centre back, a left back, and to be honest, and a left back and then another midfielder, I'll be happy. Or even I would even allow the centre back for 2 more midfielders. I told you, if they're penny pinching in the midfield,
we need a centre back.
2 more.
Is, for me, catastrophic situation. Because now, man, I told you, I said Maguire can stay as long as he's back up. I said to you, we still need a centre back.
I told you from the beginning, side, Maguire won't be back up when your main centre backs are injury prone. He's always going to be a starter. When De Ligt and Martinez are injury prone, and they're your main first 2, Maguire always starts.
But that's what I'm saying, though. You get a centre back that's better than Maguire that plays alongside Heaven.
No, but listen, it's the same thing that Flawless has been saying. Don't give this ownership an opportunity to tell you I've already got someone there. You keep Maguire, you're giving them the opportunity to say that. This is the ownership. We know that they're crap. The minute you allow them to sign Maguire onto a new contract and extend it, you've allowed them to say, hold on, we've got a senior player here. Why are we buying another one? That's why you have to sell him. We're done for that. Forget all of that.
It is dead, but I don't care, bro. Because at the end of the day, I don't think we've got good enough centre backs as a whole. Like we've got maybe 1 or 2, but
that's why you go and sign a style. Like the centre back we signed is not a up and coming. We don't know his level. No, he's of a level to right now where we go. You are a starter. I'm a big fan of De Ligt. If De Ligt was fit and available, I wouldn't be talking like this. But I don't think we see De Ligt at the level again. When a back injury, you know what they're like. Martinez ain't it. Maguire's definitely not it. He's never gonna throw Heaven and Yoro in there to start week in, week out at the ages they're at. Go and sign a centre back. I think it's critical. But if we don't, and let's say it's a left back and it's a central midfielder and a winger, cool. I still look at it and go, we should have signed a centre back. But what is the squad saying? Is it better than last season? If it's better than last season, I'm expecting Carrick to do better. I'm not saying go win the league or go title chat. I think that's too much. But I'm looking for improvement across the board. And the 2 domestic trophies are there as well.
But thing is, you say I'm putting pressure on Heaven, but Heaven's ready. And Heaven is ready and available more than Martinez. So that's why I'm starting Aiden Heaven. Simple. That's why it comes down to.
I'd be with you on that, but I don't think Carrick does that.
Think Carrick waits for Lisandro? Lisandro, where is he?
If it's Maguire, I'm saying, if Martinez and Maguire are fit, it's those 2.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
If one of them's injured, probably Yoro. What I'm saying is I don't think he consistently plays Aiden Heaven week in, week out. I would love it.
That's
I'd like to see his level. Let's find out about him. Because we all look at him and go, yeah, you're a good centre-back. And when he's played well. So therefore, to me, you deserve more opportunities. But Carrick's not going to throw in someone at that age, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I saw a quote from Heaven saying that how many 19-year-olds do you see starting week in, week out in the Prem at centre-back? It says you don't. So he says he's happy to just play when he gets a chance. So he's realistic.
That's very smart of him. And the thing is, as much as you don't see that, and he's right, if he was starting week in, week out, I go, all right. If we're not signing a centre back, I go, okay. Because I know what Martinez is. I don't know fully what Heaven is. They're still an unknown. How does he play week in, week? 5-game period. How does he play over 5 games, starting week in, week out? Does his level stay the same? Does it drop off? Does it get better? If he makes a mistake, does he bounce back from it, or does he struggle after that? What's he like in the Champions League when he's coming up against different attackers and things of that nature? To me, it's a finding out thing. We can wax lyrical and say, hey, very good player, good prospect. How good are you? I put Euro in that bracket. Maino in that bracket. These are players that need minutes. Sesko as well. Minutes. We can all guess and say, oh, they're at this level. Well, what level are you at? It's like boxers or UFC fighters. You can see them train and go, yeah, this fight is amazing. But if you don't fight, how good are you?
You don't fight. Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Right.
I'd love to see these man get minutes. I'd love to see Heaven start week in, week out if we don't sign it. But go and sign the centre back. We need one. Left side or right side, either or.
You know, yeah, man. Like I said, man, bro, I just think for me, next week, I just need to see a bit of movement. That's all it is, man. Like, we need to see some sort of movement because then you're going into August and you know what it is, yeah? The price goes up. You see August? Now the price goes up. July, you see the Bacola? I told man Bacola was good, yeah, in June, July. And now, all of a sudden, man, them waiting, the price went up now. The price went up. The guy didn't want to listen to me when I told him Bacola's a good player. He said he's a scrub. He's dead food. Liverpool, you're paying the premium now. You're paying the premium. You wait for the domino effect to happen. Man said, I'm going to wait for Diomande. Bro, go and get Bacola. And now
it's Rance has got us right enough players. Rance will just scrub man off real early.
I told you, man. I didn't listen. He told me in Jai. I told you. I said, I'm sick of Bacola. And who's got the highest stocks right now?
With these dreadlock running athletes.
Bro, insane, man. Now everyone wants Bacola. If Arsenal don't get Vinny, best believe that after Bacola.
I hope Arsenal sign Bacola, please.
Yeah,
please. I think he's. I don't think he's a baller.
Yeah, bro.
I think he's the better.
Yeah, big
in
up
terms
to
of
bro.
what's happened this window now. He's the better player. Is he? They're all overpriced, but he's definitely the better player, man.
Man, think we're blessed with talent now. You've got to get Bacola, get the coach, mold him in, bro. Who knew Semenyo before Man City? Who got Semenyo to the levels that we're seeing right now? Indy Iriola. So Iriola's got to get Bacola playing.
Yeah,
24 and we got to mold him. All right,
bro. Listen, you heard me like
talk about him like he's a kid. He's 24 years old. You know,
24's young, man.
It's not no kid the way you talk about molding him.
No, but smart managers hide the flaws of players. They set you up.
Well, he's 23 going on 24.
He's 23 going on 24. Yeah.
He'll be 24
I saw the Liverpool game. And I saw Kirkes getting into the same positions. This just a preseason game yesterday, and I saw him under Iriola, and I started laughing. I said, Kirkes is moving mad this game. I said, you weren't doing this last year. But the manager's got him back again and saying, listen, you know what we do and where you need to run. And I saw him running in positions yesterday, and I think he got an assist. And I just started laughing because I know good managers hide your flaws, innit?
Facts. That's it, man. Good managers do that. That's what I'm saying. I would just go and do that for me and say, you know what? How much better do you get after 24? Go and ask Kvaratskhelia at PSG. He left at 25.
Yeah.
Hey,
Kvaratskhelia. Go and ask Vitinha.
Go and ask Vitinha. Go and ask them man there, bro.
Go and ask them, man.
My guy, DJ Paul. There's players that get better as they get older, you know?
Man. Yeah, they are. But I'll tell you this, Bacola's getting nowhere near Kvaratskhelia.
We're going to find out, Flawless.
Now, you know what? You say we're going to find out. Kvaratskhelia is only 20. He's only 25.
I'm saying, though, he's getting better.
He was balling out before 24. But he was, the level he was at.
I know that.
23, 24. But he wasn't balling out
get better, though.
No, he got better, yes. But
he was playing all right. But he started playing better like in his late, like 23s, 24s. He wasn't like 21, 22. No one weren't calling him like that.
No. I do think he was talented at Napoli.
But people had doubts. That's why no one came in. People had doubts. You know how people doubt the Italian league.
Because you know what's crazy? They bought him straight from Russia and he landed and was him.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember? And when he got there and he was still balling out at Napoli, people still had doubts if it was just the Italian league and could he do it like and win
He was
win
balling
like
out in
a
the
Champions League.
That's the craziest part. But again, people ain't smart.
Yeah, but but there's players like that now when we're seeing Barcola do it and people are still doubting him. He's played well in the Champions League.
Barcola's not Kvaratskhelia. Barcola is not now.
No, but he's played very well in the Champions League. He's played very well in the World Cup.
Not being the guy.
Not starting, but I'm just saying because he's got players in front of him. But I'm saying he's playing well though, and people are seeing it and still doubting it.
Because he has useful assets. If you're talking him running in behind and spinning in behind, that's his game to a T. Can Barcola do
and when he's in
day?
front of goal, most wingers now that are being people are asking us to pay big money for, like Dio Monday, when they're in front of goal, I'm still not sure if they're going to score. Barcola is one of the only wingers in front of goal that I'm like, yeah, that's a goal.
Let me ask you again, Musa. Do you think he's better than Rashford right now? Do you think he's better than Rashford right now?
Yeah, I think he's got a better shot than Rashford. See, the problem with Rashford...
No, as of right now...
He's a better dribbler. He's a better dribbler.
From what I've seen...
1v1.
I'm saying player for player.
Right now, I believe right now, if Barcola... Because based on what I've seen, when he gets in front of goal, I'm like, rah, this he just scores. Like, he's not... You know, some wingers can't shoot. Like, Rashford misses what he's meant to score. Barcola...
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
Nah, I hear you. Bro, listen.
I'm not with you, bro. For a squad, 100
million
for a squad player was crazy.
No, but I think for me, with Barcola though, I think for me, he's a player that can get better though. Can get better and better and better. And that's where I'm at right now. I think Barcola could get better and better. Under the right manager, under the right conditions, under the right kind of like training and methods, he could get better, bro. Like he could be coached.
So if Liverpool sign him, do you think he starts on the left wing or the right?
Oh, hell yeah, man.
No. Which side?
Left.
Okay,
Gakpo
so he starts
in the middle.
Gakpo
starts in the middle, and then they have to go by right winger. They got problems, Liverpool, but
they know
it solves a little bit. Unless they play him on the right and then play Rio on the left.
Guys don't rate him highly, but that's just me, man.
Yeah.
We'll see. If he gets this move, we'll see.
I hope he flops at Liverpool. I'll be on hate watch.
I don't think you have to hope.
Oi, that's crazy. Nah. He go. I reckon under Iriola he'd cook. I can't lie to you. I think
Iriola
showed that he's capable of taking place at the next level. And I think I'd be concerned under Iriola. If it was any other manager, I
would not be, because you have to have a certain level of skill.
But that's what I'm saying to you. Iriola gets the percentages up a level.
You have to have the fundamentals of the skill set. I don't think Barcola is better than Semenyo.
No, but that's the whole point. You've just said there, you don't believe he gets better than what he is right now.
No. I said no. He could get better. I'm not disputing that. Yeah. I think he could get better. Let me clarify that. I'm saying I don't think he's a better player than Semenyo.
No, but
he doesn't do at Bournemouth what Semenyo did. He doesn't do at Bournemouth what Semenyo did because he's not of the skill.
I think he does. I think he does.
I don't think he does, man.
Bro. I think he does. Did you know Ryan before Ryan? Did you know Ryan before Ryan came in?
No, Ryan. I've not watched him enough like that, but he's been of a quality. Yeah, but how old's Ryan?
Ryan's 19.
All right, cool. So it's kind of like it's very much different in regards to it. Barcola's 20, is going on 24.
Did you know Tavernier? Did you know Tavernier before he came in?
No. But would you say you don't think Tavernier is great though?
Did you know Alex Scott before he came in?
You don't think Alex Scott's great?
No, I think Alex Scott's a great player, but I'm saying to you, these players have been elevated by the manager.
But Saeed, they have talent. It's the talent thing.
Okay, so that's where we disagree.
So that's what I'm saying. How come we're not talking? How come we're not saying Tyler Adams is a great player?
No, but you're saying that Barcola doesn't have any talent. No.
He has talent. I just think you overrate him heavily. I think he's average.
No, but what I'm saying to you is though, you just said there. No, but thing is, we're talking about a player that is overrated, yeah, or you're talking about players overrated, yeah. We're saying that Semenyo, when you look at the ability, he came from Bristol, right?
Yeah.
You know, right under I think the previous manager before him, but he came of age under Iriola. Yes,
man knew about him at Bristol, not me, but man were on my channel talking about him. When
how did he get his big move though? How did he get his big move?
What do you mean? What's that got to do with the conversation? How did he get his big move?
Because he obviously flourished under Iriola. Yes or no?
Yes, I'm not disputing that. I never disputed that once.
That's my point. I think players can get better through
Well, you have
systems.
to have, yes, of course, but talent is also key. As much as
talent plus the manager.
Talent, I don't think he has that talent. I don't think he has
Semenyo's talent. That's what I said.
I don't think he has
Semenyo's
talent.
Discussing talent. So you don't think he's talented then?
No, you can be talented, but I don't think he has a high level talent, Saeed. He's not Semenyo.
Okay, that's the conversation.
He's not Semenyo, no.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where we disagree. He's not Semenyo level talent. No.
Okay. Because I was trying to find out where do you disagree with me?
Yeah.
So you don't believe he's talented?
No, I don't think he's highly talented.
But I don't think you need to have that amount of talent. Semenyo had an ample amount of talent that then was taken
Who's more talented out of the two? Wait. Who's more talented, Semenyo or Barcola?
I think Barcola's more talented.
Okay, that's where we won because I don't think it's even close. I think Semenyo is much more talented than him.
I think for me, Barcola is more talented.
Okay.
For example, the difference is not that big. Yeah, cool. If you believe the difference of the talent difference of Barcola and Semenyo is not that different, yeah. What I'm saying to is the percentages become even more clearer under a good manager like Iraola. That's what I'm saying.
I think he's just an average player. That's what it is. I think he's.
Do you believe Semenyo's got better or worse than he was at Bournemouth and at Man City?
No, I think he's good. I think he's been. But
do you think he's got better? Do you think he's got better at Man City?
Yeah.
See, I don't think he has.
I think people are just analyzing his performances more in regards to there's now more expectation of you. You now have let me land. You have more space you have less space to run into, etc. There's now more expectation of you. That's what it is. You're under the microscope more. We don't have Barcola under the microscope like that. Yeah. And people are going to find out. People ain't watching him week in, week out against, say, Etienne and Toulouse and Angers, etc. He goes to Liverpool or Arsenal for 100+ million. He's under the microscope. And he's been blessed.
Let us know in the chat. I don't think Semenyo's gone to another. I think Semenyo's scored goals. I think he's been important. But I think in terms of his overall game, I don't think he's been that level. You feel me?
No, he's not been level, but I think he's been better. Yes, he was brought into Manchester City to do a certain thing. And did he raise the attacking level of that team? Yes.
Okay.
Semenyo, I think, is a good, and I think Semenyo's shown that he's a good player.
Yeah, no, I think, 100%. Like he's shown the fundamentals, 100%.
Yeah. Barcola just he's quick, can run in behind. That's his game. Yes, in front of goal, can he score goals? Yes, his record shows that. But all right, put him against the low block and let's see.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, cool. Big up Knowledge says, what's the difference between Leao and Barcola? Not much. I don't rate Leao either. They aren't players who can transform your team versus one can contribute here and there. That's the difference. For me, Leao, I just don't like his. I've never rated Leao, so that's one thing that's for sure. Like Leao in terms of ability, and even if I did sort of look at Leao and thought, okay, cool, he's massively dipped. I don't think right now Leao is in a conversation where he's almost getting better. Like he's actually getting worse with age now. Like you actually look at him now, 27 now he is. Is he going to get better? I'm not sure. I couldn't be confident about a Leao right now, really and truly. Like that's just my opinion. I think he's better than what he is as well. So yeah, that's my opinion.
Leao. I think it's all a mental game with Leao.
It's a mental game. Yes, thank you. That's the conversation.
I think that we were just talking about talent there. The talent is there. That's what frustrates me. I get frustrated about Leao like I'm an AC Milan fan because the talent is there. The skill set is there. When you look at him from a technical aspect and the physical attributes he has, you have everything to be a quality winger. Everything is there to be a quality winger. But
yeah,
it's just the mind, man. It must be the mind.
It's the mind. Yeah, you're right. People, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. People, it's been an amazing show, man. I don't know how 2 hours has flown by, but it's crazy out here, man. But people, I need everyone to get the likes up to 800 likes, guys. 800 likes is what we need right now, people. Right here, people. Look, if you look at the bottom corner here, everyone spam that like right now.
Hit the like button, man.
Yeah, just hit the like button. It doesn't cost you a penny. And we need to get up to 800 likes because we've had at least 2,100 here. There's now 1.4K in the building. So salute to everyone that's been here from the start. But I need you lot to just hit the like button right there. Hype the video as well. That'll be amazing as well. And yeah, flawless, man. Hopefully we get a bomber next week. Yeah, shout out to Musa as well. That just left us as
well. We got Musa every single time, man. Shouts to Musa every single time. And yes, Saeed, I'm with you. Hopefully we get a couple bombers before next week.
Yes.
Hopefully it's two. Hopefully it's two signings before next week.
Yes.
Well, we'll soon find out about it.
I hope so.
We'll soon find out about it. But big up to yourself, Saeed. Appreciate you having me on the platform each and every time. So thank you for that every week. I do appreciate being on there. Big up the chat as well. Anyone watching this back, run up the likes, man. Make sure you subscribe to Saeed. Run up the likes on the video, please. Make sure you subscribe. Sarcasm City TV recently just hit 17K.
Come
Big
on.
up to everyone. Big up Saeed as well. Appreciate you for all your assistance with that as well. So now road to 18K, 20K before the year out is the aim, people. So obviously, if you fucks with me, make sure you subscribe. Sarcasm City TV YouTube, at Sarcasm City TV on all socials, Twitter, Instagram. Same with that. Yes, it's flawless as well on Twitter and Instagram as well.
Come on.
Yeah, big up Saeed every time.
Now, every time you already know, man, it's a pleasure, man. You feel me? And like I said, people, we are going to be back with the Unfiltered podcast. Obviously, Ash has got a birthday party. He was meant to be here today, couldn't make it. And Double A will be here soon as well. So don't worry,
Ash and Double A.
Yeah. Hopefully next week we might be back. We'll see. So yeah, it's been a pleasure. Floss, you're going live right now, isn't it?
Yes, we're going live right now. I was about to say, the Q&A talking about the Yandy Monday move.
Yeah.
Of course, there'll be a United conversation as well, plus more people. And then after that, I got the United Liverpool show with the Beijing lot. Shout out to Beijing Reds TV every single time.
Shout out. Yeah, people, man. Yeah, and obviously I'll be back tomorrow, midday live. That should be a juicy conversation over there. Obviously, Straight Jacket podcasts, Big Six as well is tomorrow as well. So make sure you tune into Big Six as well. And yeah, man, just tune in, support the people, man. And hopefully, like I said, man, you never know, man. Next week could be a pivotal week. If we're here this time next week, talking about the same conversations.
Say you're gonna crash out. You're gonna crash out.
I'm not gonna crash out, but I need to hear more answers from people. You get me? That guy who was in the chat before, you get me? We need to talk. You feel me? So yeah, people, head over to Sarcasm City TV right now, and I'll see you tomorrow, people. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye. Peace.